Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a very special edition of the Outlaw Nation Show. I am the Outlaw John Rocha, and I am so incredibly excited that you all are joining me live for this awesome night of tomfoolery, hijinks, and nuttiness brought to you by the Finstock Exchange. That's right. The team that said they couldn't do it. They are kicking some ass all year this year in the Schmoedown Season 8 War. What is it good for? It's good for second place so far, just for right now. But we're about to enter the back half of the year, and it could be good for first place by the end of the season. I'm so excited to be welcoming in just a few minutes all the members, or as many of the members of the Finstock Exchange as could make it here tonight. I'm excited for you all to meet them. I'm excited for you all to hear their points of views, to get to know them better, because they are a great group of people that I have had the honor to captain this year in the Schmoedown in Season 8 War. And they are just some of the best people I've ever met in my entire 7 seasons in this game. And I can't wait for you all to get to know. Some of you already know them. Some of you might not know them as well. This will be a time for you all to do that as well. Now, before we introduce them, let me clean up some Outlaw Nation business. First of all, we dropped a review for the first 2 episodes of Loki. I was able to get them over the weekend from Disney. Watched them at 4 o'clock this morning because they were going to be taken off the server at 8 a.m. this morning. So I woke up at 4, watched them, went back to sleep for a couple hours, and recorded my review. It is up there now. It's a non-spoiler review. It's about 11 minutes. Non-spoiler review, just breaking down what I enjoyed about the show. And trust me, you want to watch that before you watch it tonight when it drops tonight, or tomorrow if you're not one of those midnight birds, for sure. All right, tomorrow we got a Geek Buddies episode as well. Then Thursday, we'll have our Geek Buddies review, spoiler review of episode 1 of Loki. Emma Fife will not be joining us for the first episode because she's got E3 stuff going on, but she will be back next week for the second episode and run through the rest of the season with us. And don't forget, we got those Bad Batch reviews. I think we're going to start doing the Bad Batch reviews on Friday night now with Laura Kelly, so be aware of that coming out as well. And then Friday, of course, I have John and Wendy explain the world. Impolite Truths no longer on the channel, so looking for some other stuff to drop on Thursdays. We shall see. Stuff's always in the works. You guys know me. Stuff is always in the works, but reviews, trailer reactions, all of that is going to start to be a real big part of the Outlaw Nation channel. Also, I was very lucky today. I got to be part of the Tomorrow War press conference with Chris Pratt, with Yvonne Strahovski, with Chris McKay, the director, with J.K. Simmons, with Devin Hodge. So many incredible people I got to watch and have a couple of my questions read to them, which was a real thrill for me. It's been a while since I've done a little bit of a press conference / junket. It was a lot of fun, and I got to see the movie. Here's what I can tell you. It's a hell of a movie. It's a hell of a movie, and it's 2 hours and 15 minutes long. So strap in for a heck of an action sci-fi film led by Chris Pratt. Oh, and Betty Gilpin. How could I forget Betty Gilpin and Sam Richardson as well being a part of the cast? So I'm going to be doing a video on that. Once they send me the transcript of the press conference, I'll be recording a video on that, telling you my experiences with that film and at that press conference as well. So a lot of stuff starting to get in motion. I'm starting to put myself in for this stuff and get myself approved for this stuff here in San Diego. So please keep watching the Outlaw Nation channel for all the content coming out. And if you haven't subscribed to the Outlaw Nation channel yet, please do so down below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. We're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers by the end of July. That's the goal. So making these changes on the Outlaw Nation side of things is how I'm trying to make this all happen. So please come on board for that. And if you haven't joined the Patreon, do that as well. Patreon.com/John Rocha. We just had an awesome hangout yesterday for an hour and a half talking all kinds of stuff going on in the world. The hangouts are not just Schmoedown related. We talk about so many things going on in the world. Both we do an on-camera hangout and a Discord hangout. And one of my patrons, Maria, is going to be taking over the Patreon because she feels it's not up to snuff. So she's going to whip my ass into shape and make it a better Patreon for everybody to be involved in. But if you haven't gone on to our Discord, you need to go onto our Discord. It's full of some awesome people hanging out, talking movies, staying up late, doing watch-alongs and what have you. It's a great, great time. So just be a part. Come and be a part of the Outlaw Nation community. Be a patron rather as well, and do all of that. All right, we got about 59 of you all watching us live. As this goes along, please remember to hit that like button. If you're watching it later, and a lot of you do, please remember to leave a comment down below as well. Likes and comments are so essential to elevating the visibility of the show and the channel. Likes, if it's your first day on YouTube, that thumbs up button, that's the like button, ladies and gentlemen. So just to give you some love there. And also, the Streamlabs are open. Super chats are open. Send some support for the show. I'm sure we got stories galore with all the people who are coming in from the Finstock Exchange. So if you want to hear a story, you've got some stories to suggest or what you want to hear about, we can set goals and start making some money tonight. So please send in some support for the channel, for the show tonight as we go along. Super chat, YouTube takes 50%, so we prefer the Streamlabs. The Streamlabs address is right there on the screen. It's also in the description of this chat, and I'm about to pin it to the chat as well. So, all right, without further ado, let's get into this thing, and let's introduce everybody who is joining me currently right now here on the Outlaw Nation channel. First of all, I got to introduce her first, ladies and gentlemen, because she is a veteran of the game at this point. She is our IG queen. She is one of the best people I've ever met in the game. She was a fan of mine, then we became friends, and now she's in Australia handling her business, and her channel is flourishing as well. And so proud to have her be a part of this, and that she's taken the time with the time difference to hang out with us tonight. Thank you so much. The great Taylor Robinson. How are you, Taylor?
Hello. It's so good to be here. I'm so excited.
How are you feeling? How are things down there? What's going on?
Not too bad. It's a lovely 10 in the morning, so not too bad. It's not like I'm up super early or super late,
okay.
So it's great timing actually for me. Works out perfect. But this has been a long time coming. We've never done anything like this together.
Yeah, I know. It's been a long time coming. I remember when you started your channel a while ago, and you like slowly but surely pushed this thing and did your thing. Your videos have gotten like hundreds of thousands of views. It's pretty incredible to see how quickly you've moved up to be a YouTube personality, YouTube reactor. It's great stuff you're doing there, Taylor.
Oh, thanks. It was a channel that I started just because I wanted to be a part of the Schmoedown community. Like all I was really doing was Schmoedown reactions, and then it kind of grew into movie reactions and reviews, and now it's just insane. Like I couldn't have imagined where it's at now.
Are you doing a leggings show? Because like that's one of the things that I always knew about you when we first got together was you always had these distinct, unique, stylish leggings. I think you had one with planets on them. You had one that was you had so many unique, different style leggings that no one else was wearing. And I thought you had quite a fashion sense. So if I could suggest a Saturday show, it would be the leggings show with Taylor Robinson.
I will take notes on that. I've always kind of been known as the person with some out there fashion, so I might have to do that actually.
And you've got some chops as well. I watched your Twitter, that YouTube video you posted today of you singing from a while ago. Pretty cool
my God.
to hear your voice. So shout out to you, Taylor, for sure. All right, let's bring in some more members here of the Finstock Exchange. Tom's going to shoot me. Let's bring on the gentleman who's been burning up the Star Wars charts, handling his business and putting some Star Wars competitors to shame that everybody thought were going to go for titles. This gentleman here, it's been a great getting to know him. He's a bit of a ball buster. We've had our back and forths. We haven't always got along, but we've got along going towards the overall goal of the Finstock Exchange, winning the faction title, and it's been an honor to be a part of the faction with him. Ladies and gentlemen, gold leader himself, Evan Bushkar. What's up, bud? How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for pronouncing my name correctly. A lot of people do not do that, so thank you. I appreciate it.
What do they say, Bushkar?
A lot of people say Bushkar.
Bushkar.
Yeah, it's all kinds of weird stuff. I've had coaches say that over the years. It's weird. It's very strange. But you got it. It's Bushkar.
I got it. How are you, man? How are things? How are you feeling? Where are you at right now in your mind and your life?
I'm great. I'm kind of just getting dialed in for this week. We got I have matches coming up. So you're mentally preparing for the matches coming up. Respect. Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Awesome stuff. All right, we'll get some more from Gold Leader certainly as we go along. Let's introduce the next gentleman. He is the Rager, but maybe just I've been told that it's not the Rager who's joining us tonight. It's his representative. So we're going to get an inside look into the Rager and also why he has a representative. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Taylor Cleek. What's up, Taylor? How are you, man?
Yeehaw, Outlaw Nation. How we doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I let Rick have the night off. You just never know. Live mic, it's always dicey. I was a little scared of him going on pay-per-view a couple weeks ago, but it worked out. But I didn't want to bring any sort of treachery to your channel in your life this week. So
Please.
I let him have the night off.
Please, I've worn a bathrobe to do a show. I don't care. I respect you. If you wanted to go wild and get raging, I'm all about it, my man. I'm all about it. So good to see you. How are you feeling, man? How are things in your world? What's going on with you?
Doing well, man. It's a busy ride right now. There's a lot of big moves, life changes, setting things up. But all good things. So it's a good time to be me. I'm very happy. It's very hot as well. It's so hot here right now.
I know. Trust me. I know. I got 2 fans on in my place down in San Diego. It is hot, ladies and gentlemen. It is hot. All right, let's bring on the next guy. You want to talk about cocky? You want to talk about swaggering? You want to talk about a guy who thinks he knows everything? We found him playing Galaga at a local 7-Eleven, and he talked to us about knowing movie trivia. We didn't believe him, but in the end, we took him anyway, and this kid has been stomping all over the Schmoedown. His nickname is King Khan. I just call him Khan for short when he gets on my nerves, but damn it, he is the best, one of the best dudes I've met this year, and one of the most knowledgeable guys getting us ready for matches and gets himself really ready for matches as well. It's been one of the finds of the season and one of the best guys on the exchange. King Khan, what's going on, son?
Joke's on you, Rook. I do know everything. So
He does. It's true.
It's true. Well, you should have told me about Angry Birds then if you knew everything. You son of a. So
wow.
How are you?
Right.
How are you, Khan? How are you feeling?
I'm doing great. It's great to be back on your channel after I appeared on the Ultimate Schmoedown show. After my match a few weeks back.
That's right. The guys over there, led by producer Sean Barreto and Mike Shea. So good. The Schmoedown the Ultimate Schmoedown after show on Saturdays. They were very glad to have you on, and you've been a natural, kid. You've been a natural in the ring. You've been a natural on these shows. How has this whirlwind season been like for you, man?
Oh, it's crazy. I still can't believe that I'm actually playing in the Schmoedown. And but the work doesn't stop just because I won one match.
That's right.
I just keep preparing, keep helping all of you, and hopefully by the end we're standing in the mountaintop.
That's the goal. That's no hopefully about it. We will be standing on the mountaintop. Look, the other factions, they're top heavy. We're great from the ground to the top. That's the way it works. That's how the best teams win. All right, let's bring in another gentleman. He is one of my secret weapons when I'm training. He's gone toe-to-toe with me before. We've had some fun conversations. He's the tallest mother effer in the Finstock Exchange by about 4 feet, for God's sakes. But he is also one of the best dudes I've gotten to know, and a guy who's always got a great word for you if you need it. And if you're down, he's got the right words for you to pick you up off the ground. So I can't say enough about him. But ladies and gentlemen, let's bring on the Moose. Moose, hi. What's up, Moose? How are you doing, Mark?
Moose. Wow, there's a good-looking group of people here. How we doing?
I didn't know there was drinking. Fuck, I might go get me. I'm gonna go get me some bourbon and some Diet Coke.
I didn't know there was swearing, Rocha. So
please pull your nuts out. I don't care. It's my show. You can do whatever you want tonight. Moose, how are you feeling, brother, man? What are you doing there with that classy drink? What are you drinking there?
Coincidentally enough, I am drinking a little bit of bourbon. I figured I'd write a new country song called Whiskey on a Tuesday. So cheers, everybody. Taylor will sing it for us.
Moose, you've been getting your matches in now. We've been getting to see your work, dude. How are you feeling so far? What's been the experience for you in this inaugural season for you in the Schmoedown?
Good. I mean, very similar to what King Khan said. I still have to pinch myself that I'm actually playing in the Schmoedown, and that I get to participate with all of these awesome people. I've had like one-on-ones with you, Rocha, and it's like, dude, I could fucking scalp tickets to this. It's been great. It's been a lot of fun. Like Khan said too, I mean, the dude's stealing the words right out of my mouth. I mean, you don't stop working.
Yeah.
And the ultimate goal is to get that title and get those championships. So let's do this. Having fun. Having a good time.
This is a great crew. They're very, very prepared. And, we can sometimes get a little wild, a little crazy, and we need to be saved from ourselves sometimes because the Finstock Exchange can run a bit wild like old school WWF wrestling in the 80s. And so we had to have somebody on the faction who would keep us closer to God and closer to the spiritual best that we can be. And he is here now to save not all of us, but all of you as well. Brother Lomas, what's going on, Brother Lomas?
Oh, my goodness.
Hello, dear children. How are you all this fine evening?
Oh,
divine. That's new. That's a new look.
Padre, you look amazing.
Thank you. It's my day off. I went casual.
I love it, Padre. Brother Lomas, you had a bit of a stumble to start the season, but you have been like a caged dog ready to get back in that ring. What has this been like getting to be more a part of the Finstock Exchange, training people? Me and you have done some great one-on-ones before matches. I will full on admit, like those KOs, you all have a piece of those KOs as much as my patrons do for sure. And they've been great. You and your wife have been incredible, Brother Lomas, in getting people ready. How are you feeling about the Schmoedown at this halfway point of season 8?
Well, I do try to fit in time for the Schmoedown, but currently most of my focus is at the temple.
Oh.
There have been some
absolutely
some confusion between Brother Gucci and the IRS and the temple, so there's been a lot of focus on the audit.
Oh no!
But other than that, training has just gone spectacularly. Everyone is putting in a great amount of work, and eventually I will get back into the ring and I will take out my glorious vengeance upon my opponent.
Yes. I think we all await that. Yes, who was going to say something?
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Lomas died for our wins. Make no mistake about that. He's a hero. He's going to dominate this league.
Absolutely. Absolutely, for sure. And all right, and let's bring in the gentleman who has been shepherding us as we train, shepherding us, and really been a great conduit between me, Tom, and JT with you all. He's been incredible. He did the dossier. He researched these people. We sent him out like a scout to go find this great group of people. And he was essential to putting all of this together. And he's one of my friends and I'm proud to call him my friend. And one of the biggest reasons why I've had a bit of a turnaround this season than last season. And he had a lot of faith to stay with me and Tom as we built this faction up. And ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to welcome the Barbarian to the show. What's up, Barbarian? Craig.
What's going on, gentlemen and lady? It's good to see you all. I appreciate the kind words. Yeah, well, I wasn't gonna be drinking, but then I saw Moose brought on some alcohol, so I was like, all right, I pulled this Kentucky Best off a coworker's desk the other
day. You won't be needing that. I'm gonna take that.
Yeah, he hasn't been showing up to the office because of he's working from home. So I was like, all right. Well,
there you go.
I'd have something in me to watch your match Friday night. Jesus, that was a thrilling event. I needed something.
Yeah. I should have drank before the match, for God's sakes. If I knew how long it was going to go.
All right.
But unless we ruin someone's birthday plans, though, I think there's solace in that. There's solace in that. Craig, what's separated this season from last season for you? There was a lot of expectations on us. COVID hit. We had to go virtual from being in the studio. We didn't get the job done in winning the faction championship. And then we absolutely went in a completely different direction going into this season. Talk to me about the differences between what you felt this faction has been like this season and the faction last season, the experience for you.
I mean, first off, all like storyline stuff aside, it's like I don't really want to say a bad, as an actual speak, I wouldn't want to say anything bad about anyone we played with last year.
Oh no, absolutely.
It's like but one of the big differences between what we've got going on this year versus last year is that last year, I think I worked with almost every single player on the team last year in some form or another studying, but it was all just very fractured. There was no, we didn't have any, big study get-togethers like we do this year.
Yeah.
And this year we are having a lot of contributions from really everyone, both from study material building and from just we have a much more tightly knit group this year than we did last year. And I think part of it is, and I've said this before, that, most of the people in the league had been playing in this league for 6 years as an individual sport. And last year in season 7, I came in when it was a team sport. And I came in purely with a team sport mentality. And it was interesting seeing how a lot of the people still had kind of an individual sport mentality throughout. And the people that we have this year have all really latched onto that team sport mentality. And, it's been absolutely fantastic and an honor to work with everyone here on the screen. And cheers to you all.
Yeah, absolutely. Cheers to you all.
As well as to our other faction members who are not on the screen.
That's right.
Go ahead,
Greg. What were you going to say?
Oh, no, I was just saying, it's like it's been great to see how even the people that don't have time to be here this evening have made time and continue to make time to be part of our faction. It's clear that this means something to them, and that they have the hunger and the desire to bring home that faction champion just like we all do.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Absolutely. Askew one sent in. Askew says, just sneaking in for a couple of minutes while I'm at work. Here's some investment into the exchange. Oh, Askew, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the Super Chat Streamlabs are open. Look at this motley crew. Don't tell me you don't have questions to ask them about their matches, about what they've gone through in the Schmoedown, about whether that bloodshot question was a legal 5-pointer. There's so many things we can talk about here in this whole situation as we go along. Let's go to Taylor. For Taylor, let's go to you first as well. Taylor, you were in the league a few years ago trying to, kind of go through the IG route, see what happened. What brought you back? I mean, you took some time off. What brought you back to come into the league this year? What made you excited about coming into the league this year?
Oh, man. Well, I kind of always wanted to come back. It just after I had my first match, timings just weren't going to work out. By the time it was going to work for me to have another match, my life was kind of going in a different direction. I had to step back for a while. I've always kind of wanted to get back into it. And the fact that we were able to be digital this year really gave me that opportunity, seeing as I'm about 800 million miles away at the moment from being able to be at the studio. So it was something I've always wanted to get back into. This community has always meant a lot to me. I've made great friends in this community. And honestly, the faction system, I thought, was such an awesome thing that I wanted to get into, because back when I first competed, we didn't have that. I was just kind of in it by myself. But having this group to be able to come in and help you study and help you get prepared and just to make friends. Like these guys on this stream and the people who aren't here are some of the coolest people that I just get to hang out with all the time. So how is that not win, honestly?
Craig?
Oh, so we are the coolest people.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Clearly.
I mean, I didn't know that was like an argument or like a. Yeah. I thought that was just agreed. I thought was just agreed.
For anyone who might be doubting.
Hashtag facts. Facts. As great Lord Gucci would say.
Yeah, Gold Leader, I think you've had the most matches of all of us combined here as you've been going through, as you've been stomping through or shooting your way through the Star Wars League. What was your experience with the Schmoedown? How did you get in touch with the Schmoedown yourself personally? And what was the process of you coming in to the Schmoedown itself?
So, I watched the Star Wars division for a long time. Because I've said it before, I'm a know-it-all. I really want to feel smart and for people to think I'm smart. So I've watched these Star Wars matches just thinking like, I could do that, And then I sadly, back in like October or November of last year, like I was like, I sent like this sad email to somebody behind the scenes. I was like, hey, do you guys hold auditions? And nobody answered. And I DM'd somebody on Twitter because I was just like, I asked out of the blue again. I was like, so do you guys hold auditions or anything? Like, I have some wins I could prove to you. and they got back. They were like, "We're doing an audition right now. We're doing a draft in January," and I auditioned and I got in. So very lucky. Again, as everyone said, it feels so. I actually feel very thankful about it every single day because, like, I can't believe it. I can't believe that it worked. Like, why did you let me here? Why did you let me do this? But I'm very excited about it. I'm enjoying my time.
Great. Christian's one that let you all in. So
yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
Apparently, still doesn't know who I am, but you know.
You and me both, gone.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what has been the? So I'll go back to you, Go Leader, real quick.
Yeah.
What has been the surprise for you? Because you, as you said, like all the fans do, I could do that, but actually getting into the match, when you've done these matches, what has been the thing that surprised you the most?
Okay, this is an ego thing. It's entirely an ego thing.
Yeah.
The surprising thing is I went from
Gold Leader? No. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for real. I have my jacket on my. I'm not wearing my jacket right now, but it's on my chair. But no, it's an ego thing. I read every comment, everything. I love it. I love it. Even the bad stuff. I was not used to the idea. I come from total obscurity. I've been a filmmaker for like 10 years and nobody watches my shit. Nobody watches anything that I do. So suddenly everyone's like watching something that I'm a part of. And like, I love just going on Facebook and seeing people talk shit about me. I love that feeling. I just can't.
Especially your mom.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, my mom is a big proprietor of that. But yeah, no, she's great. No, I love catching heat. I love all of it. It's
you got to give me some of that. You got to give me some of that medicine. I need that medicine.
So
we'll see if you're saying the same thing in 7 seasons. Ranger,
I'm not jaded yet. I'm not. It can happen.
Ranger, you've gotten some heat during your matches as well.
doubt.
People. Oh, sorry, Taylor. The Ranger has gotten some heat in his matches, wearing the bathrobe, doing the things that he's doing. What has kept you mentally focused as you play these matches and as you get these victories? What has been the thing that you have found that surprised you? Because I think you're the first one of us this year that went to sudden death in one of your matches. So pretty incredible to get the job done there. What did you rely on, or what did you find as you were doing these matches that kind of gave you the strength to get through them and get the victory?
It's weird with Rick because, like, as a concept, Rick Red has kind of already existed before.
True.
We got to the Schmoedown. You know, I'd had time to kind of build that character in our little fan league over on our channel at Watt Real Entertainment. Cheap plug right out the gate. We had time to kind of develop that character, and so I kind of already knew what he was. Like, I had a rough draft idea, and then once getting into Schmoedown and working with you guys and working with Christian, it was like that's where he really started to crystallize and take form and become the enigma that haunts everybody these days. But the big thing is, I mean, it's just been the support system, both like in my personal life, you know. It's been my girlfriend's been an amazing support, and watching her get into Schmoedown and like figure it out and see what it is, and like having the time and the patience to support me there, because it is such a commitment. But then also my friend group, you know, because a lot of my friends were Schmoedown fans before I was. Like, they brought me to it, so it's been kind of surreal to translate that now into like I'm in the Schmoedown and like, you know, talking to them about it. And then it's this team, you know. I tell people every day, like, I feel so grateful that this is how it went. You know, I can't picture it go I'm sure, you know, I can't speak to any other factions, culture, or study habits or anything like that. But like this, it's cliche, but it's like this really is that family vibe. It's like we're so invested in each other's success. We want to support each other and help each other. And I can't imagine trying to navigate this thing without you guys and without the people in my life. So
I couldn't imagine you doing that either without us.
No. No. And then with the character, you know, the character is the part that comes natural. That's like you just flip the switch and Rick's there all of a sudden. So that's the fun and games part, but really getting focused on the game and being able to navigate it I really owe it to everybody around me rather than myself, to be completely honest.
Have you found that you've added some new layers to the Ranger Rick Radis that wasn't there because of your experiences in the Schmoedown?
For sure. I mean, Rager is like all chaos, really. It's like it's hard to even nail down what his deal is. It's like sunglasses, bathrobe, like he's angry, but he also dances. Like he's a lot of things. But I feel like the psychology of Rick Radis has become more concrete and will continue to develop as he keeps playing, keeps winning for that matter. I'm finding nuances to him that are interesting to explore. Like he's starting to get really into skincare. He's he's all about self-care and taking care of himself. There's a lot of different aspects to him, and it's like I know I'll be discovering those continuously with time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, guess he's in for the long haul if he's practicing skincare because he wants to be around for a bit. I totally respect that for sure. Con, as we said, we found you in a 7-Eleven playing Galaga. Like, what has been the experience for you coming? Like, you were honestly, like, all of it aside, like, you were a guy who watched the Schmoedown, and you've told us before, it was an absolute and complete utter shock that we selected you when we did. Did you have any idea that you might be picked, or were you just like, this is going to be fun and it'll be nice to at least be watching a draft night? And what was the experience like for you emotionally when you got picked?
Well, a little behind the scenes when draft night came around, I kind of knew I was going to get picked by the exchange. Craig kind of alluded to it.
Whoa. Is there kind of tampering? Is that tampering in any way, shape, or form? I don't know.
He said,
it's not tampering to say we would
allegedly
like to draft you, and
right,
nobody else has told. Look, we didn't know for sure that we were going to draft him.
Right.
So anyone else could have taken him in the first 6 rounds.
That's true.
Exactly.
So
he alluded to the fact that
Greg more money.
So
he alluded to the fact that I could get drafted by the exchange. And then like even before that, I just sent in my audition tape on a whim. I was like, well, I'll never get picked, but I might as well try. And then about a few weeks before the draft, Craig contacted me and said, hey, let's talk and we'll see if you fit the faction. I was like, what? I was like, how did this happen? But after interviewing with him and then with JTE, who apparently was really impressed with me and the dossier, it just all came together, and now I'm on the faction, and it's been great. You were
JTE's favorite section of the dossier. He's like, I'm on this guy's Facebook page. He has a bow and arrow, guys. He's an archer.
He stopped watching Tom Brady win to get to the Super Bowl to interview me. That's how much he cared.
That's right. That's right. What has been the experience now 6 months in for you, Con? Like, what's the feeling? You've only had one match. Am I correct on that? You retired Flickinger from the league. What else? I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. What has been your feeling overall as you've been doing this and kind of like, is there a frustration that you're not getting more matches? Is it more that you're kind of in this for the long haul, so you're kind of seeing how this is all playing out? What's your approach now 6 months into the league?
I mean, just selfishly, it's disappointing that I don't have more matches yet, but I'm a team player. I'm more than willing to help everyone train for their next match. I'm more willing to just improve my game by helping other people. Because I'll admit I have weaknesses. You haven't seen them yet, but I mean,
I've seen a couple.
Okay. I mean, the fans haven't seen the weaknesses.
Yeah, the fans haven't seen it.
So I mean, like every day is just a quest to get better, both for all of you guys and for myself. So the matches will come. I'm sure of that.
Yeah. What else do you do when you're not trying to help everybody win a match? What else are you doing in your life? What do you do there, Con?
As in my actual job?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Well, I work at a real estate company.
Nice.
That manages shopping centers. So that's, not at all what the Schmoedown requires of me. But it's just
do they watch your matches?
A few people have come up to me and said they did watch it and said they were impressed. So that was cool.
There it is.
But yeah, just in my free time, I love watching movies even before I joined the Schmoedown. So that's a long time hobby of mine.
All right. Well, if there's an empty studio in one of those shopping centers, you let me know. The Outlaw Nation needs a home.
Needs some space. Yeah,
that's right. Needs some space, Dan. Moose, where are you at right now in your? I don't want to give away anything that's happened or not happened. Where are you at? How many matches have you had this year? 1 or 2?
One that's aired, 2 that's filmed.
Okay, so how are you at in this now that you've had a couple of matches? Wait, let's go back. What's your experience with the Schmoedown first? Were you an avid fan for years? Did you just discover it through friends like Taylor here? What's your feeling overall on what happened overall to get you connected to the Schmoedown?
I'm a trivia nut. I love trivia, any shape, way, form it comes. And I'd been a Schmoedown fan from season 1 because it was movie trivia, and it's trivia, and I love trivia. So
were you a Schmoedown fan first, and then like kind of gravitated to that, or just it was trivia and you just got hooked into it?
I ended up. So I used to play in a trivia pub league, and the guy who used to host the trivia pub league was like, "Hey, Haas, you're really gonna like this movie trivia Schmoedown."
Wow.
And it was in the middle of season 2. So I went back, watched season 1, started picking up on season 2. And then after that, like I was hooked. And I used to play, I commute quite a bit sometimes for work. And so I just throw it on while I was driving, and I was always playing along with it. And my wife and I were ever traveling anywhere, I'd throw it on a Schmoedown and just play along. And so when the invitation went out, she is. When the invitation went out to possibly apply, because I was a Patreon, I emailed it to my wife as a joke, and I was like, I should apply for this. And I got home from work that night, and she's like, "You absolutely need to apply for this show." And she's like, "You play along. I listen to how you do on these." And she's like, "You absolutely need to do this." And I kind of talked myself out of it because I'm not a big social media, online presence really at all. And so we talked to a couple of friends of ours, and they were like, "You know what? You need to do this." They started watching the Schmoedown, and their names are Kyle and Amanda. And Kyle and Amanda were like, "Okay, we're going to help you make this video." So we met over the weekend, and we met on Friday night. We came up with an idea for the script, and then on Saturday we filmed half of it, and then most of it was garbage. We had to come back on Sunday and film it. And so my thought process was come up with a kick-ass application video so that I could get an interview with somebody. Because if I can get an interview with somebody, I'll close that deal. And so we came up with this crazy, hilarious application video. I mean, there's a scene where I'm in a lightsaber fight. There's a scene where I lift Thor's hammer. It kind of all went into it. Coincidentally, 2 days later, I not only tested positive for COVID, but I also gave it to the couple friends who they filmed. Yeah, it was kind of a shitty week. Followed by the next week, in which I got notification that I'd be entered into the Schmoedown draft. So it was kind of a cool thing. Everyone's fine. We all made it through COVID.
Oh, good, good.
But that's kind of the long story of how I ended up getting into the Schmoedown, and it's been great. I mean, everyone's touched on it, and I'll say it too. I mean, Craig has been kind of the, usher. By the way, great freaking mustache tonight, Craig. It is on point, my friend. Look at that thing.
It just gets better.
Okay, somebody donate some money for that mustache. It deserves it. That's amazing.
I agree. I agree.
But Craig's been great in kind of ushering us into this world. And I mean, everyone on this call has been involved in each other's success.
Yep.
Whether it's be quizzing them, whether it's studying, whether it's just offering them helpful words. But you know what? Every one of us literally has jumped on a call at one point in time and helped each other out, helped each other study, helped each other success. So when everyone is saying this, it's not just bullshit. It's really the truth. This is a great group of freaking friends. And I'm honored to be on this team.
It's almost like the trivia is a side of it. This is what has come out of the trivia. It's kind of crazy out of the Schmoedown. Although Schmoedown is important to all of us. Obviously, we want to win the faction title, but it seems like the friendships that have developed. I watch the threads and read the comments back and forth. When I can jump in, I can jump in. But it's great to see you guys are so supportive of each other, talk with, quizzing each other. There's a Harry Potter match apparently after this thing. So it's so great to see all of this
going
stuff
down
happen.
on that one.
Well, it's been fantastic. It's like sitting back and just this is awesome. If I couldn't have asked for a better situation, and I had no idea how it was going to go. Because I know Tom and I, and Craig, and then eventually JT, we had a lot of conversations about what we wanted to do this season. And then right near the end, we were like, F it, let's put our nuts on the line, and let's look and find some rookies and a couple of veterans and see what we can do here. And damn if it hasn't worked out so far. Like you guys keep saying, which I love all you saying it, the work isn't done. We got the back half of the season to go, and we'll see what happens there. Speaking of awesome videos, Brother Lomas, this is how everybody came to know you. I remember very, very early on in the submission process, Christian texted me your video, and he said, this guy is going to make the league one way or another. This guy is incredible. The black and white, all of it. Talk to me about your process coming up with that and how you've honed this character, and also how much your wife has been essential in making sure this transition has worked out in a positive manner for you.
Well, for several years, I had been working for Gucci in Cambodia because he was not allowed to enter the country for several reasons.
Absolutely.
And when the draft process was beginning, he had some concerns about TaylorMade and the Ragers' moral capabilities.
Oh my!
And so I had not actually watched a movie since 1984, but I figured I could get up to speed fairly quick, and so I put together the submission video just to check all the boxes for the league, and came back over to the States, and I jumped into the process.
That's been incredible.
I'm assuming that 1984 film was probably Gremlins, and I can see why after watching that you say, well, there's no need to watch another film ever again because that's the greatest film that you could ever make. Anyway,
it should have been
I actually believe it was
1984.
Porky's Revenge, but I would not say
Porky's Revenge, Brother Lomas.
It was in Taiwanese. I don't know.
Oh. I think nudity crosses any border there or language, Brother Lomas. So I don't know what you were doing there, but I respect it. Craig, Craig, I'll roll over to you, my man. What has been the thing that surprised you the most as you've seen this take off, as you've seen these W's, and as most of all, as you've seen us rack up these TKOs as we come along this season? Yeah, there you go. There's King Kong wearing the new I mean, we made them make a shirt about us by how well we were. That's so rare in the Schmoedown. We made it happen because of how well we played this first half of the season. What has this been like for you, my man?
I mean, it's been really gratifying. I look back to draft night where we, us in our draft war room, we were having a great time during the entire draft. We thought, we were cracking up at everything Gucci was doing on camera. We thought the picks were going great. And then after we get out of the war room, it was just like we were getting assailed from all sides. And, I feel so vindicated that everything we put together, we've proven to these people that we clearly knew what we were doing. We did a ton of research, and we identified people that aren't just good trivia players, but are people that would work together to make each other better. And that was really there were so many different factors in what we were looking for that would make somebody worth going. Because there are many players out there who are a great trivia mind, but don't have the time to contribute to a faction like this.
Right.
And even our busier players. I would do that in terms of what I'm surprised. I'm really surprised with that how well it's working, honestly, because some of our busier players who I hadn't even questioned about their time and ability to commit, because I just we were already interested in them based on their knowledge, but it was like we didn't want to push them too hard, just seeing the level of commitment that they've had.
Yeah.
And it's been really great seeing the plan coming together even better than we expected, I think. But it's it wasn't always the plan, as John alluded to. So it wasn't always the plan to just go rookie heavy. We had a few other scenarios that we were working through, and part of it is we wanted to make sure that we would be able to have some really strong late round picks. So I thought we were in some talks of potentially trading away some early round draft picks to make some things happen. That fell apart, but before that fell apart, I'd already begun interviewing so many people that had entered the draft, and it was at that point. At one point we'd gone away from that idea, and we were just looking at all these interviews that we'd done, and it's like we could assemble a team that could win just out of these people.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad we made that decision, and I'm really glad that we've been working with everyone here.
Yeah, like any team, we explored all the possibilities before we made the final decision. But all of us kind of came to this decision organically at the right time and at the same time, which was like, screw it. Let's see what we can do. Let's shock the world. And, nobody expected it. They all laughed that night. They all made fun. I mean, those idiots had stereo shows making fun of us. You saw, Frank was like, throwing up his papers all over the place. He had no idea who anybody was. And we have absolutely turned them around, so much so that you hear some of the other factions and managers complaining now that we're getting too many matches. Well, when you win, you get matches. That's kind of how it works. So I love the fact that this is happening now, because if they're not complaining about you, it means you're not doing well. So I think that's the best thing overall. And it's great to see you guys handling it, dealing with it. And we're such a great source of support for each other that everyone is leaning on each other if it gets a little hairy or tough at times. Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We got someone else joining us live here on the Outlaw Nation show. He is, one half of the future tag team champions. He is a former multiple-time tag team champion. I think still holds the record for defenses overall in the Schmoedown, and I'm proud to call him my partner in Rushmore, Boston's own JTE. Are you here, man? Are you available? I don't. Can you come in? What's going on, JT? Are you in? I thought he was in. Is he not in?
He's waiting for the music.
There he is. Boom! There he is.
Hey, the beautiful shirt you got there. Love the shirt.
Look at that shirt.
KO, baby. It's what we do.
That's right. Got to get it in black.
Yeah, How black. What's going on there, Con? You went with the it's okay.
I'm more of the gray.
You're more of a gray. Okay, it's all good. Yeah, what's going on, guys? Yeah, look at this. Just what a great trivia minds in this show. Look at this. We would just absolutely dominate any. Can we just all join Jeopardy together for like a movie edition or something? I see people in the comments saying, let's get a faction war. Like, I would put these guys up against any other faction league and I would feel comfortable. I would be like, let's do it. Because
hands down,
I think overall the record shows we have the best team. We have the best record. What else is there to say? We're just that good.
The winning percentage is off the charts. That's for damn sure.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Taylor said, question for the whole exchange: faction versus faction, a Schmoedown match. Will it ever happen? So
12 on 12?
They hope not. Wow. They hope not.
We've talked about it, certainly, Christian, for many years, because, of course, he's a WWE guy just like I am. And that Survivor Series format, that has been something we have talked about many, many times. But I think the question writers' heads would all explode if they had to do something like that over one night.
What if we went against a faction and it's like, all right, here's the category. You know how like in round 3, the first question you pick who's going to answer it?
Yeah.
What if they went to each faction and said, all right, first question is animated, and we're like, Con, we're putting up Con. We're putting up, Star Wars, throw up Gold Leader. It'd be kind of cool if like we had to come to a decision together, and then throw one of us up there, and then if we lose one, then we're down to, we're down one person. That would be a cool way to do it.
I like this idea. Martial arts, get up there, JT.
JT, stop giving away people's strengths. Now people know that Gold Leader is good at Star Wars.
Yeah,
Star Trek.
Gold Leader gone.
Well, Peggy Gubbins is in here. Peggy Gubbins, I know you're pining to be part of the exchange.
I know.
We appreciate you being here, Peggy.
She wants to be part of this exchange so bad.
She really does. So bad.
She's going to report.
She was in the dossier, right? She was in the dossier.
She was. She said Harloff just tweeted the exchange officially made no ad drops. You all survived. We already knew it, Peggy Gubbins. Nice try, though. We appreciate you coming
Actually, everyone that's not in this right now is off the team.
Oh, no.
This was the last time you weren't on this show. You're
done. No, I'm sure Griffin's busy doing way more important.
We don't want to lose Griffin, man. Come on.
She can't say game tape. Not if you saw the free-for-all. Come on, Peggy.
Hold on.
This is my show, Craig. I'll do what I like.
All right.
No, Peggy knows we're busting balls. Peggy gets it. She can throw down as much as I can. She's from Chicago.
She knows the Chicago way.
Exactly. She probably put me in the morgue. That's the thing. All right.
Hold on. Brother Loomis just took a sip out of two, I think, separate drinks.
Yeah,
I saw two different. And why are you not drinking out of a chalice or something? Like, I don't like seeing a
holy water.
It's in the dishwasher.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
The holy dishwasher.
One is water, one is wine.
And I love the Blues Brothers.
Very close.
We got some stream. Well, JT, get some Streamlabs. I'm going to ask you a question because I have asked everybody else questions here. Dagan donated. He said, "I hereby donate $7 for the 7 TKOs. The dossier does not lie. The Finstock Exchange is for real this season. I hope y'all are celebrating with that faction title win at the end of Spectacular." Well, thank you, Dagan. That's the plan. That's the plan.
If we do this again, like in a few months, you're gonna have to donate more.
Yeah, you might have to donate. Oh, I like.
There'll be a lot more TKOs then. Exactly.
That's right. Well said, Con.
And every super chat tonight will count towards your weekly tithe.
Exactly.
There you go. Well said.
Brother Loomis keeps track.
If you want to get saved. Start sending in some money here.
Absolutely.
Alan Smithy says, "Good to see the exchange in action with the Outlaw Nation. My question for y'all, what is the single unifying factor that all Finstock Exchange members share in common? What's the secret sauce? You guys have the most crazy characters, and I respect that." Good question. Who wants to take that?
I think we have an answer. I don't know if we can divulge it.
Yeah, I don't know if we can share that.
Craig?
Well, it's a 2-word answer, but I feel like we're not allowed to say it.
Okay.
I feel like it's the secret sauce.
There is a secret.
Yeah.
There is a secret sauce. It's 2 words. We can't say those 2 words.
Yeah. The dossier.
That's what I was thinking. What is this? What is this?
There you go.
It isn't Angry Fucking Birds. I'll tell you that right now, but it's the
No, we
dossier.
don't like that movie.
It's the dossier for sure. But I think the secret sauce is that everyone is really there for each other. I think that's the thing that comes through really clearly, is that, no matter what happens, everyone supports each other, everyone fights for each other, and when there's a loss, everyone is there to pick the other person up. When there's a victory, everyone is there to elevate the other person as well, and keep them humble as well, that there's a longer road to go. And I appreciate that. We're not in here just to have fun or to build, at least and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't sense from anybody that they're in here just to build up their social media or just to build up their attention or followers, that they're in here to actually have fun playing trivia and win this whole damn thing. Am I wrong on that?
Well, let's see. I started my social media zero. Yeah.
Everyone just started talking at once. That was great.
Yeah. Lomas and I had 0 social media followers before this. So.
Oh, wow.
Didn't get involved for that.
Well, I like it. Oh, and I just saw the secret sauce in this private chat. Respect.
That's
all right.
That's what I thought.
I almost spun it. All right. Jess Hart's Triple R says, "What have you gained / learned so far being a part of the exchange, aka the best faction of the Schmoedown, and what do you look forward to most going forward?" So, who wants to take that one? What have you learned the most, or gained / learned so far being part of the exchange? Who wants to take that one?
I'll gladly throw in my 2 cents.
Please, Brother Lomas.
Yes. One of the things that I have enjoyed most about this it has forced me to watch movies that I just assumed that I did not like, and quite a few of them I have ended up enjoying. So it has broadened my cinematic repertoire greatly.
Can you give us one example?
What's your biggest surprise of what you like that you didn't expect to like?
Yeah, The Last Jedi. Weirdly enough, that's what you told me.
No. The Last
Jedi
Jedi remains an obscenity before God.
No!
Look, we don't want
This
to tear
is the thing that's going to tear the faction apart. We can't go into this.
We don't want to tear the family apart.
He's pulling a holdo maneuver.
He is right through the faction.
Boom! Well, I mean, to be fair, Brother Lomas, you haven't seen a movie since 1984, so there must be a lot of movies that you were having to watch for the competition, so to speak. So you're bound to watch some ones that you didn't even want to watch.
Sure. I've had to sacrifice sleep since January.
Oh, yes. Arthur 2 on the rocks. That's not easy.
What's a real example? Give me one real example.
Let's see. A real example. like the Trial of the Chicago 7. That is not a movie that I would have been interested in watching in any way whatsoever, and I absolutely loved it.
Okay.
And so there's been quite a few movies like that. I'm just like, I'll pass on that, but I ended up just like, oh, this is great.
So last night I watched a film very similar to Trial of Chicago 7. I watched In the Name of the Father.
Oh,
can anybody raise your hand? Movie. Raise your hand if you know who directed that film. I mean, we got some work to do. Rocha, let's go.
I don't want to give away strengths.
It's okay.
It's not Danny Boyle. Is it not Danny Boyle?
Not Danny Boyle.
Is it Stephen Frears? Is it Stephen Frears?
You making jokes here? Come on, man.
Go ahead, Craig.
Craig, who's
Wait, well, come on. There's Jim Sheridan, but we're not
there it is. All right.
Well done.
Great.
Who directed Angela's Ashes? Who directed Angela's Ashes?
Oh, we better nip this in the bud before we.
We got some.
We keep giving away answers.
I'll see your Irish movie and raise you another one. Let's go.
I can't.
Ian Johnson, I'm pretty sure.
I'll go get Rick if you want trivia answers.
It's a great movie. Dale Day-Lewis, check it out.
It is. Emma Thompson. That's a great movie for sure. Let's see here.
Beautiful score by John Williams. Anyway.
Oh, there you go. Malcolm donated, said, I began the year backing this faction because of Rocha, but now I genuinely love this faction. I wish you all a great night or day and rest of the year. Can't wait to see Moose and Gold Leader's upcoming matches. Absolutely, Malcolm.
So Moose and I, I'm not getting too much into the details, but Moose and I are somewhat of study buddies. It took me a long ass time to learn that his name was Mark and not Matt, and I just want to publicly apologize for that.
You were so shocked when you found out.
It's okay.
Everywhere this dude is M. Haas or Moose something.
Right.
His name is never revealed. So
I get it, man.
I get a pass.
I always thought it was Cloud City, but somebody said it was Besta, and I get it.
You're doing it to yourself, Rocha.
They say it once in the fucking movie. They sound Cloud City 30 times. Give me a break. I hear what you're saying, Matt, Moose, Mark. I get it.
Kyle, it's okay. I forgive you, buddy.
Tyler, Taylor. It's all happening sometimes in Schmoedown for sure.
Yeah, we've got basically three, including Taylor here and me, the representative, and then Kim Taylor Foster. We've got triple Taylors coming up.
We do.
And a Tyler. We have 3 Taylors and a Tyler.
And a tie,
And it's
we only use
triple R also your designation. Are you is that the thing? Are you the representative of Rick Radis?
Rick Radis is Regent.
Yeah, I'm his Regent.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I don't follow up on anything that's not like the color of Boss Nass's eyelids or something. That's just the only thing I study. So.
Babu Frick's cologne of choice.
Hey, put it on me. My fake review says this is just a test, really. I always send super chats, but the creators want it like this. LOL. I think Rocha is amazing, but I like others as well. It gets ugly sometimes, and that's when I check out. Is it still fun? Well, I don't think the new people can, I think it's still fun for the new people, and I think it should be. I think at its core, it's still a blast. It's still a lot of fun. There is stuff around that sometimes it doesn't make it so fun, but you got to come to terms with that and negotiate it. That's why I respect Evan's ability to just kind of read them and laugh at them. I wish I had that within me, but I don't sometimes. So, but I respect people that do. That's really the way to survive in this league for sure, because you are eventually going to get some shit everywhere. I mean, Rachel Cushing got crap, and she's one of the nicest and greatest players we ever had. JT, how do you deal with the negative comments that people say? I mean, between you, me, and Tom, we get made fun of the most of any of the.
I really don't care. I don't know these people. It's a comment. Somebody, hey, thanks for watching. That's all I say.
Yeah,
you're watching me win another match, so you win. Trust me. Towards the end of the Patriots, people hated us.
Oh yeah.
Well, listen, it happens anytime a great team wins, like Michael Jordan, the Bulls. A lot of people hated the Bulls because they kept winning. A lot of people hate the Patriots, the New England Patriots, because they kept going to the Super Bowl. I'm like, oh, Patriots are in the Super Bowl again. We held the belt for a year. I understand it. But listen, the game tape is the game tape. I'm having a great year. I had a great year back then. I just came back because people were talking shit. And I was like, all right, well, I'll come in and kick some ass and we'll put an end to that.
You've been doing that for sure, JT. That's for damn sure. That Paul Preston match, you were gold, son. Gold.
Gold, Terry.
Jessica Nieves says, if you could go against anyone in the Schmoedown, who would you want to take down?
I mean, that's easy for me, Dan Murrell.
Dan Murrell.
The champ. I want to whoever has the belt, that's who I want to play.
Okay.
And so that's about it for me.
All right. Anybody who wants to chime in with this one? Moose, go ahead, bud.
If we could flash forward or flash backwards 3 years ago, I would have loved to have played Makuga. Just simply because it would have been just like the greatest drunk fest of trivia. That would have been fun.
What about you, Con, Taylor? Anybody? Go leader.
I got it. A dream match for me one day. I mean, hopefully he can be rescued and broken of his programming. But I think Andrew Guy, Rick Radis match is big.
Oh,
yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
That's one I would like to see happen one day.
You'd have to put that in an actual gladiatorial arena. For God's sakes, that's put that.
You gotta sign waivers. You gotta wear like a
You'd have to hold it in the Coliseum. It would have to be in Rome.
Yeah, you'd have to rent it, Schmoedown and rent out the Coliseum.
Exactly, with helicopter cams and everything. Con, you got somebody. Who do you want to take down?
I mean, there's a lot, but I would love to wipe the smug grin off Ben Bateman's face.
Oh, I know. I know. I tried, brother. I tried. It was close.
It was close. We're going to do it. I want to do it. So.
All right.
I knew it.
Sean Barrett's
we got
Hey, Sean.
I talked about this. We talked about this on Ladies Appreciation Night on a certain point of view the other day. But I would love to either have like a couple of Fatal Five Ways or a free for all that's just all the ladies of the league going up against each other. That's kind of my dream right there.
Okay.
I think that would be fun.
Yeah. Okay. I like that idea.
Solid.
Anybody else?
I got a few. I mean, I'd second JT's notion. Look, I want to take down whoever has the titles right now. So sure, Merle, Kalinowski. I'm so mad that I missed out on the Kalinowski match. But but aside from that, I think Ethan Irwin has been a longtime friend of mine.
Oh yeah,
we got to get a taste of us going head to head in that in the free for all. But I think he and I are very amped to get to play against each other at some point. And then just because I'm just a huge fan of him, I would love to play Chris Jericho in a match. I mean, I'd be willing to do a handicap if they needed me to like take 5 shots before the match.
Spot him the whole first round.
I like this idea.
That would be a fun match to watch right there. That's for sure.
Yeah, but I would love to do me versus Jericho in Houston at Booker T's arena. Like that to me would be my hashtag life goals.
Yeah. I did that at Booker T's arena. It was awesome. We wiped the floor with Double Toasted. It's a great experience for sure. To do it in a wrestling ring, it was incredible. Go, leader. You got anybody you want to take down?
Yeah.
Who?
Everyone. No.
Okay.
The nostalgic person in me would love to take on Whitwer. I love Whitwer. I love Sam Whitwer. I think he's an incredible actor. I love this dude so much anyway. So I just think that would be a fun match. But apart from that, I mean, belt holders are great. Dimolata's great. Like I would love to do that. Thomas Harper is another one. So
yeah. All right.
We'll see.
I know the match that a lot of people would want me to say, but it would completely divide the household that I live in. I don't know if we could ever actually compete against each other because this house would go up in flames.
Is he an IG competitor or is he an overall competitor?
No, like he's not an IG competitor, but I think he could do it. Like I think if he wanted to, he could.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like or like even if I had to play him in singles or something. Like I think that's the match people would want to see. Yeah, but I don't know if this house would survive. I don't know.
Burn that house to the ground.
Exactly.
Yeah. Get the couch ready for him that night.
That's why, thank God, the Lady Outlaw supports me, but has no interest in playing. That's why I love it.
Looks like the exchange is going down under because we got to back up Taylor, right?
Right?
That's
road trip.
Great point.
Road trip.
Will Watson says, so when are the future faction champs of the dungeon coming in? And Rocha, do you need new tennis balls for your walker? All jokes aside, Movie Cheer Schmoedown is the best community ever. Keep rocking, everyone. Good to see you, Will. I hope you still have the wheel we gave you in Atlanta last year, but it was always great to see you. Thank you. You can bust my balls anytime, brother. It's you're one of the best fans of the Schmoedown we've ever had, so it's great to see you. The wheelman, Will Watson. The future faction champs of the dungeon. What are you, a bandwagon rider? What the fuck is wrong with you, Will? What did you just?
And
catch
we
on
have
to that?
seen what happens when the dungeon faces my glorious fury.
Yeah,
they run away in fear.
That's
He's rooting for the Nets to win the championship too, I'm sure.
An all-women's free-for-all. Yeah, that could be a lot of fun. Hell yeah, that could be a lot of fun for sure.
What oh man, the SNL guy, his name's Andy Man on the Moon.
Oh, Andy Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman. Throw me in there with all the women. I want to take them all down.
Oh, Jesus.
Andy Kaufman,
all the
only
women
fought
and
women.
JTE.
You better you were about to suggest a JTE versus Tony Clifton match, and I was about to pop
There
off.
we go. Oh, that would have been I'll throw
I'd
a
be
wig
down
on and
with that.
everything. Let's do it.
All right, let's see here. Okay, Aaron Klister says this team is Schmoedown version of the 77 Steelers. I absolutely love watching each and every one of you play in the game. You can feel the love in this team where I know you will not and cannot find in the other factions. Much love. Now go get those goddamn belts. Thank you, Aaron.
Well said.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
If we're the 77 Steelers, that makes John Rocha the Terry Bradshaw, and I just don't. But then I just keep thinking about.
I'm Franco, bro. I'm Franco Harris.
Okay.
I never
You're
was.
totally Franco
I ain't no dumb yokel from a small town in the South. I'm fucking Franco Harris, son.
All right.
The Immaculate Reception.
I guess that makes JT. Are you Bradshaw then?
Sure. He
He's
doesn't have a
Rocky
lot of hair.
Blair. JT is Rocky Blair.
I just keep thinking of Failure to Launch with Terry Bradshaw and Kathy Bates, and just no. Anyway,
Holy shit. Justin the Juice says, "Do you need me to come on and play the exchange theme on the Cape
oh my
Town?"
God, yes.
Please,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah, Juice. If you could let me know if you want to come in, we can make it. We can figure it out. Let me know, Juice, and we'll drop somebody out and have you come in. So,
We can fit a 10th person on.
we can. And speaking of fitting a 10th person on, ladies and
Oh.
gentlemen, please welcome one of the most fashionable guys in the faction. He's never without a scarf, even when he's naked in the shower. I love it to pieces. One of the most knowledgeable movie trivia guys, and a guy that I love going toe to toe with in our practice matches. You've seen him before. We're waiting for him to just set fire to the Schmoedown with his knowledge. He is one of Craig's trivia partners, and we're very happy that he is on the team this year for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Tyrant, Ty Lieberman. What's up, Ty?
There he is.
Oh,
TKO,
This-
baby.
This couldn't have been an email.
How many people do we fit on here? This is great.
A 10 is the most I can
Wow,
fit because I
okay.
don't have the professional plan. That's 12. So, Tyrant, what's going on? How are you feeling, brother man? How are things?
Well, I'm feeling good in my TKO shirt available from the Skybound merch store. I see a couple of us are rocking here today. I already have one Ty KO in this league, and if I get one in my next match, I might just pencil in a little Y there between the T and the K so I can have a Ty KO shirt of my own.
We might
And
start
this
having
scarf,
to.
and then David Del Rio just dropped off this scarf today. It said he didn't need it anymore.
wow.
He is a very busy and successful actor. He's very successful and very busy. Good. I applaud his success. Good.
Craig, you drive me insane. Have a little fun, Craig. Have a little fun. You know.
Politician. What?
Playing both sides.
Craig,
I
I
think
was the
politician.
ambassador.
I think we should like college football. I think we should start putting like marks on the back of these shirts when you actually have TKOs. How many TKOs you have in the season? They should do like
or
ones and shit.
like a sticker on the helmet or something.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I mean. Put it on
Can
the back
I
of the
keep, can I
shirt.
keep my 2 from last season on my shirt?
Sure.
That's a different exchange, pal. It doesn't transfer over.
So
You don't
put
get
like
to
a
keep-
skull sticker or something on there. Yeah.
Yeah, there. I love it.
Then you write the name of who you beat on the skull. That'd be perfect.
Oh my god. Yeah. I used to have a wall of heads I'd beaten.
I
Ty,
TKO
Oh, there
somebody.
we go.
you remember Ty?
Hey,
talk
look
to
at
me.
that.
He's classy with the wine. I
Oh,
respect
shit.
it.
Yes.
Ty, talk to me about what this experience has been like for you. I asked everybody else. You've come in a little bit late in the show, so I want to ask you
Oh,
now
yes.
that you're here. what has been the 6 months being a part of this faction, 6 months being involved in the
still undefeated after 6 months.
You absolutely are. I think you're ranked higher than I am. Do you talk to me about what your experience has been like over the last 6 months? Are you surprised at how this team has come together and how we've all worked so well together, or has it been something that you totally expected would happen?
I really had no expectations either way. I admittedly did not watch a lot of the Schmoedown in previous years, so I was kind of ready for anything. I felt like coming in, a lot of us, because this was our first year playing, we all kind of had the same nervous energy coming in. And I think that was helpful. There wasn't a lot of egos, though we may present egotistically on the screen. I think behind the stage, we're actually very kind and humble people. And JTE and Rocha, who honestly did not need to hang out with us and help train us, have been very helpful as well. And they've led through their actions instead of just their experience. So they've been great to have around. And then even though we're trading Craig to the
you weren't supposed to say anything, Ty.
Sorry, that hasn't been announced yet.
No, man. Not till the morning.
And then the barbarian as the spirit animal of the team has been excellent as well. So I don't know if it could have gone any better, but I didn't really have an expectation coming in.
Okay. What surprised you about I mean, you've done these trivia leagues, trivia competitions and movie for many, many years. Did you feel that you were uniquely prepared to step in, having not seen much of the Schmoedown yourself, to compete in the match? Or did the match kind of surprise you? The twists and turns, some of the pressure, the drama, did any of that throw you for a loop at all?
I'd say I have been on game shows before. I have played bar trivia. I have hosted bar trivia for many years. So just because I've not been in the Schmoedown, I've definitely been in a variety of arenas where the lights are on you and you're answering questions.
Right.
One thing that's caught me from playing, from catching up on matches that I've missed, is I didn't realize how often I was reading the questions along with people. And then when you're actually playing the game and you don't get to read it, it's like, wait a minute. Do I need to ask for a repeat now? I think I might have missed something. I think I know this. I've actually kind of stopped watching the matches, and now I listen to them as podcasts when I'm following along with the league, because it helps me, because I need to get better at listening to the questions rather than trying to read them on the screen. So that's kind of thrown me back a little bit.
That's the old school way. We never used to put it on the screen.
That's it. Everything else has been easy, John.
Well said, Ty. Well said. All right, let's move on to some more of these Streamlabs that have come through here. Let's see. Sean Barreto. Thank you, Sean. He donated, my producer here on the show. He said, I am sending this in for Craig. Please drink some water before the night is over.
You look hydrated, man. You like somebody else.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it, Sean.
Do you know Craig? Anyway, I'm sure he'll drink some water.
He looks,
all right.
he looks drunk.
Mukbang Reviews says, I love all of you, but when Loma speaks, please add the echo, black and white, lightning to his words. It will have a legendary effect. Mukbang, I don't know what kind of system you think I have, but I can't be doing that on the fly, son. It's not a fucking Hollywood ranch. Yeah, right?
You usually just permit day off. That's why I'm in color.
Yeah. That's right. Well said.
Those are his strolling clothes.
They are.
That's his. Yeah, right. Mukbang says also, JT, so many wins and strong rounds, impressive. I also think Janine is wonderful. All right, there you go. Thank you, Mukbang.
She is. So you know.
Next question. No, I'm just kidding.
You can't argue that. She's been great this year, going toe-to-toe with people for sure. Just got to get those victories, man. That's the difference sometimes. Got to get those W's. Those W's put you in position to get those belts. And certainly she's been around long enough that, her time should be coming up soon for sure. WAT_RealNT says, will always love Triple R, and he knows this is where I wanted him to land. Rocha, you will always be one of my favorite players, even if you and I don't see eye to eye on Ryan Tannehill. Craig, you know how I feel about you. # Exchange fan for life. # ready to rage. # Goatlaw. Thank you, Juan. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. Ryan Tannehill had 4,000 yards passing last year. He had an average of 7.9 yards per pass, which is 4th in the league. And then the year before, he led the league in yards per pass, 9 yards per pass. The guy's a good quarterback.
He is.
Ryan Tannehill
we don't
fantasy
besmirch.
championship.
We don't besmirch the Tannehill name in this house. Okay, we support Tannehill in this house.
Fair point.
He's in the perfect system for him.
Oh,
That's
God.
why he's thriving.
Yeah.
Yes, and add Julio, it's game over, I think. All right, Mukbang also says, I love Barbarian and King Kong. King Khan is amazing. Thanks for mentioning Jericho. Many don't do it for obvious reasons. You all are amazing with trivia. Did I miss the Chandru hate? I love him. Has anyone said anything negative about Chandru?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think we've said anything about Chandru.
Yeah.
That's all he gets. Cured him of a fear of whistles. I have no issues with him.
But I mean, do we want to go around and say how much we hate him? Right.
All right, we'll start with Ty.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Bring it in.
I mean, the guys put up 0 points so far for his faction. It's June.
Oh my! Oh my!
Wait, you guys have the oh man!
Yikes!
Oh, sorry.
Well, just like the floss dance, it was good for 1 year. All right, Justin Toner says, "Welcome."
Wait, what's that? We're doing the Harlem Shake. Is that what?
I'm just kidding. You know I love it. I've had Chandru on here. He's the best. Justin Toner says, welcome to the whole exchange here tonight on the Outlaw Nation. Question for everyone. What is one movie that you hope to be asked about in the Schmoedown during the match? One you love and know like the back of your hand. I don't think we're revealing too much if we can say there's one movie we love. So anybody want to go first?
I'll start here. Captain Ron. I love that fucking movie.
Great movie.
I grew up watching it. Kurt Russell, Martin Short. I could quote it to this day. I live for the day a Captain Ron question. I hope it's a 5-pointer, and I hope it's to win the match. That's all I got.
I love it. I love it. Anybody else want to chime in on this?
I don't want to give too much away, but I will say that I was disappointed that I was not on screen when the Conan the Destroyer question was asked. You hear Ellis calling me out after they give you a shout out. It's because in the actual private chat, we were like, oh, now there's a Conan question.
I would say in addition to defending Gucci, I'm also the world's foremost defender of Caddyshack 2. And I would love for Caddyshack 2.
Yes. The great Jackie Mason.
Yeah,
Are you kidding? Of course.
I don't hate Caddyshack 2 either. I'm with you.
I can go 3. I can go 5 deep on Caddyshack, right? Caddyshack 2. Because you've got Jackie Mason, Jonathan Silverman,
Dan Aykroyd,
Randy Quaid,
Cliff Robertson, Randy Quaid. Who's the girl that played the love interest? She's the one from The Stupids with Tom Arnold. She's the actress on that. That's the 5-pointer. That could be a 5-pointer for sure. But yeah, mine got asked at Spectacular against Shazam when they asked an Enemy Mine question. I had been waiting years.
Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, and it was
Jr.
Years. And when it came up, Dan looked at me and goes, I was like, Enemy Mine, son. I got this. Enemy Mine. Give me the 2 points.
Hold on, before we go further, hands up if you've seen Captain Ron.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Good job. That's more than I was expecting. So thank you.
I don't know about you guys, but I'd like to see some, Star Wars questions every once in a while.
When are they gonna start asking those? Yeah.
No, if I were in
the regular
MTS, MTS, I would like some samurai movie questions. I like 7 Samurai is like my favorite movie apart from
Kurosawa, man.
Yeah, I love Kurosawa.
13 Assassins.
I almost put him on the wheel against Ben this past Friday. I was this close. Craig and I had talked about it, but I was
what did you do instead?
What did we do instead? We did 90s and something else, but I can't reveal too much.
Gold Leader, have you seen Twilight Samurai?
I've not.
Great film. It's a great film. It's kind of like Unforgiven.
Oh, I love Unforgiven.
Yeah.
House of Zen. House of Zen is a fantastic one that just came out on Criterion. That's an awesome samurai film. If you guys haven't watched Lady Snowblood,
Rutger Hauer's Blind Fury.
Blind Fury. Oh God. Yeah. Okay.
Which is, by the way, that's the American remake of Zatoichi. That's what that is. If you've ever seen the Zatoichi samurai films, that's what that was, an American remake in the 80s, and it's as bad as you think it is, for sure.
Also, Criterion put a set called the Samurai Trilogy, and it's 3 films. Amazing.
Yeah.
These movies sound terrible.
It's
JT's wheelhouse. So yeah.
That is Toshiro Mifune.
You know what I'll say? Instead of saying a movie, I'll say an actor that I want to be asked questions on. I want to answer a John Hawkes question. That's I think you guys.
This dude loves John Hawkes.
He does.
He's always talking about John Hawkes.
Craig, unhealthy obsession. I will say one more movie. Ask me about Jim Cotta. Jim Cotta one time.
Oh no!
Go ahead. What?
I would say it's a mad world. I could do a lot of damage with that movie in a 5-pointer.
That's Stanley Kramer. That's one of my favorite films ever. You go 40 deep on that one, Ty. Notable actors. Oh,
I'll say this: if you ask me to act out the entirety of Ghostbusters, I probably could.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, who wants to ask?
Well, let's go now.
What do you look like in that white onesie?
I don't want to be responsible.
What's her face is wearing at the end of the movie when she's asking him if he's a god. I want to see you in that white onesie.
You mean Zool?
Yeah, Zool.
I want to see an Iron Man Ghostbusters match of Moose versus Paul Preston.
Woo!
All day.
Exhibition, yeah.
Give me that Ghostbusters belt right now.
Does it go to a 5-pointer?
He doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah, does it go to a 5-pointer? I'm just asking. All right, let's see here. What's the next one we've got? No, I think that's everyone. So, all right. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, please keep sending in your Streamlabs and Super Chats. We've got about 30 minutes left in the show before this crew rolls on over and has some fun quizzing each other on Harry Potter.
If you send $100, if somebody sends $100,
yes,
I will cut out like a centimeter of gold from my jacket.
Wow!
No.
Is it real gold?
That jacket is sacred.
Is it real gold?
Is it gold?
It's not real gold.
You just depreciated it.
It is blessed by Brother Lomas.
For $200, we will send you your own personalized vial of holy water.
Brother Lomas will be giving out Gideon dossiers at the end of this.
Lomas, he puts it in his mouth and he spits it back into the vial. Closes it and sends it to you.
Wait.
Like COVID. It's like
what do we have to hit for Ranger Rick Radis to show up? Is he a sleep?
Oh my God!
Is Radis?
You let out of the tub first.
You let me know, and I'll see if I can conjure.
Okay.
He might be in the bathtub right now, right?
Yeah, he's probably in the bathtub.
We're at $110 right now. I say if we get to 300. Ranger Rick Radish shows up. We get to 300 because already at 200, we've got Gold Leader cutting out a piece of his gold jacket. If we get to 300, Ranger Rick Radish will show up and regale us all with his impressions of the Schmoedown so far.
Let me specify a dance party, right?
Yeah, I think if we hit 300 by then, his acupuncture session should be about wrapped up. So maybe I could get him to come up here and hang out for a little bit. We'll see. We'll see how bad they want it.
All right.
I like
one
Craig's
individual
idea,
person
too.
sends in $100, I'll do it. The
we get to 300 and Ranger shows up. We all do a little dance party. I like Craig's
down.
idea. Good idea,
Bart. Music. Yeah.
I actually got to head out, but
you do? All right.
Sorry.
Okay.
I can't miss. I'll definitely be watching later to see if Ranger stops by. But listen,
what I'm hearing is JT is secretly raging.
It's
They're never in the same room.
Seeing
Don't
Ranger
give
and
out
JT in
all
the
of our
same place.
secrets,
Now that I
man.
think about it. Yeah.
But dude, this team's awesome. We're gonna kick ass the rest of the season. Could not be on a better faction. That's all I got to say. So I can't wait to do the rest of this year and kick ass. All right, guys.
Respect.
More TKOs coming.
Hey-o.
More TKOs coming. Peace.
Oh man,
he's gonna talk about Captain Ron again.
Oh, sorry. What were we gonna say, Captain Ron? Yeah,
he's gonna talk about Captain Ron again.
It's gold. Sean, if you're watching, you can come back in, brother man. And
Gold Leader, don't you have some matches this week to be preparing for?
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh yeah, so I like to take moments where I chill out. sometimes I do like the high school thing where like I try and forget about the stress of things, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna do anything
until the last minute.
But I'm a procrastinator, and it's gotten me pretty far. But I'm taking a break to be here. That's my point.
Maybe that's what I got wrong on this match. I usually do that. I used to do that for the first. And I still say this to this day. I have never watched a movie for the Schmoedown in my entire 7 seasons. Never. I've just always either studied or relied on the fact that I watch everything anyway. Except for fucking Angry Birds. All right, anyway, let's move on to the next one. Muckbag Reviews says, there it was. The Chandru hate was revealed. LOL. You all are amazing. I hope you all continue to win. I usually send super chats, but I'm new to the labs. It's way more clicks and doesn't appear on screen. Acknowledge us. I acknowledge you, Muckbang. You are acknowledged. You are acknowledged. Thank you, bud. Appreciate it madly. All right, talk to me. What do you guys, what has the experience awoken for you guys a deeper love of movies? Is it challenged you all to kind of like explore genres you wouldn't have explored before? What's your approach, or what has been the experience for you all in that arena, movies wise?
When I watch movies now, my brain is wired differently, and it's not only that I'm more attentive, but I'm like, that's a question. That's a question. I'm like 100%. You know, the way they framed that, or like, you know, that he just said that number. I'm like, that's a question. So like, I'm starting to take notice of those types of things, and it's true. You know, I won't go into detail, but you know, the blind spots are real, and it's kind of exciting to find them, because you're like, there are those movies that for whatever reason throughout your life, maybe you even knew you would probably enjoy them, or they're like a classic, but you're like, for some reason, you just never get in front of it. And now it's like, there's no time like now. You got to get in front of it. So it has been that big motivator and opportunity to sit down with things that I've been missing all these years, and studying stuff I wouldn't come to otherwise. And like Lomas was saying earlier, finding stuff I enjoy along the way. It's been good. A great example is, so my girlfriend has kids, and before, you know, you watch a lot of kids movies, and before it was like a very passive activity for me, but now they want to watch like some old Disney movie, and I'm like, fuck yes, put it on. I'm gonna sit here. Nobody distract me. We're gonna watch this movie. We're dialed in. Pinocchio. Yeah. Nobody bother me. Like, let's watch it.
What about you, Tim?
I definitely thought that I knew how to study for Inner Geekdom, and then I got a Bloodshot question, and now I realize I don't know how to study anything. So now when I watch movies, I'm like, all right, there's this 5-second block. What could be a question? There's this 5-second block. What's that license plate number? Like I'm just so, after that match, I'm just so like, I thought I was dialed in, but now I'm like, there's a star date. There's a license plate number.
Oh, yeah.
There's a freaking, like, and all bets are off now. Like, everything, it goes in the notebook.
I always say
there's 8 hours to watch a movie now.
Yes, it does.
I always say this now, like, this is, Rager, this is how I've watched movies for the last 4 or 5 years now, because of the game. You're constantly like, oh, who is that? Is that a question? You know, and you go, oh, could this be? It's the way. And so I've said this every time. Once I finally effing retire, it's going to be nice to go to a movie and not have to remember every fucking thing about the movie as I watch it. Like, to actually just enjoy. It's not that I don't enjoy movies, but I'm always thinking, like, even today, I got to see The Tomorrow War this morning because I got early screening of it, and I'm watching it. I'm going, okay, who do I need to pick out from this movie in case it comes up? Who's it? Like, who's the director and what's the thing? So it's all those things that you're just like, whereas before I just naturally would absorb it. Now it's like you have to absorb it. So it's a different approach for sure. Con, you've always done this, so nothing's changed for you, has it?
Right. I mean, even before I joined the Schmoedown, I would watch movies, pause like somewhere around the middle, and then just look up the Wikipedia page to see like if I missed anybody who was in the cast, or if I missed like a plot detail. It was just something I loved doing for some reason, because I love knowing things about movies. And so like that hasn't changed studying for the Schmoedown. I still pause every now and then to check IMDb or check Wikipedia. So it's just it gives me actual purpose that I'm doing it now.
Right.
Before I didn't have a purpose. Now I kind of do. So
It's the most shocking thing about the Schmoedown is how much time you have to spend reading in order to watch the movies.
That's true.
I'm someone that spent a lot of time on IMDb since the 1990s. So it's like this is always just like I'll find my even before the Schmoedown, I find myself going down like rabbit holes and just like following actors or because for instance, not to the film The Jacket, I haven't seen the movie, but I knew it right away when they said Keira Knightley, because after Pirates of the Caribbean came out, I was like, anything Keira Knightley did, I was like, all right, what is she up to now? What's she doing now? But I definitely have been watching more. Like I tripled my DVD collection since joining the Schmoedown, so I've really expanded what I'm owning and what I'm watching. Like as soon as I joined the league, I immediately just like went on HBO and just chose random films I'd never seen, like Happy Death Day and Isn't It Romantic? And it was just like and then I found out that we got actual wheel slices. Like, oh, you mean we can do this more? Okay, okay. At any rate, but I still like, I purchased the Twilight series. I haven't watched them yet, but I will eventually watch the And I purchased the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy.
Oh.
I will make myself watch those films at some point.
Oh, just read the synopsis in Wikipedia, man. Oh!
We got a super fan here.
Happy Death Day is a gem, Chris Taylor. I loved Happy Death Day. And again, that's like one of those things where it's like, I didn't know I was going to like it. It's like, I've had a lot of these where it's like, I'm just pleasantly surprised. Like, oh, wow, that was a good movie I wouldn't have watched. And then I got some others where it's like, God, I hate that I'm watching this.
Like, you should check out Freaky in that same kind of vein, too.
Oh, I love Freaky. Same directors, Happy Death Day.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It's Catherine Newton and Vince Vaughn, right? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
See, I don't need to watch it. I got what I need.
Yeah. but Rocha, who directed Freaky?
The person you just said. The person you just said. There you go. The guy who directed Happy Death Day. So same director. And I'll memorize that at some point down the road. Mukbang Review says, Rocha didn't answer my question. So again, I am new to Streamlabs. Why should I use that versus Super Chat when it's much easier to Super Chat? Creators should not let consumers know how to proceed. Mukbang Super Chats, I'll tell you, and I'm surprised no one's told you. I'll tell you that if you're listening to me, 50% is what YouTube takes for Super Chats. So we only see 50% of the money you send in. Streamlabs, you send in, we get all the money you send in. So why would you pay YouTube when you can straight pay us and send us support in that way? So that's the difference. The only exchange is we're not able to bring up your comment on the screen. However, if you send in a Streamlab and say, please put up my comment and repeat it as a regular chat comment, I will bring it up on the screen, Mukbang. I promise to you going forward. So there you go. I hope I answered your question and let me know if I haven't. What about you, Moose? Do you watch movies differently now? Are you kind of like dialing into stuff before? Is your wife nudging you going, that's a question? That's a question. Did she do any of that?
Before I didn't watch movies with a notebook on my lap. I was taking notes every 2 minutes. So that for sure is a new thing. And yeah, I agree with Rager Rick Radis's agent over here. That it is, you're watching these movies and you're going, okay, that's going to be a question for sure. I need to fucking remember that. So you take down a note. And then, as everybody else has said, I mean, it kind of turns you on to franchises and or movies that I think just either weren't in your likes or that you never really had plans to visit, like Transformers. Being an Energeekdom player.
Don't mention that with Rocha.
I have all 5 in 4K.
I got to poke the bear.
Let me know. I have all 5 in 4K.
They're not good.
They're moving.
Shut your dirty.
Doesn't include Bumblebee.
You know what? Shut your dirty pirate whore mouth.
Okay.
Those movies are effing good. You're over here trying to tell me. Never.
I got to agree 100% with Khan here. Bumblebee's a great movie. I enjoyed Bumblebee a lot.
You said 5, Rocha. Does that include Bumblebee?
Yes, I have Bumblebee. The one that made the least money of all of them.
I mean,
yes,
you could argue that Anthony Hopkins and Francis McDormand won their Oscars this year based on performances in past Transformers.
Thank you.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah.
That franchise boasts Oscar winners. Stanley Tucci. Well, not Oscar winners, but like great actors. Stanley Tucci, Francis McDormand, John Turturro, John Voight. This franchise has a lot of people.
Tyrese.
Tyrese Gibson.
Oscar nominee Mark Wahlberg.
Rosie Huntington Whitley. You know.
So when Mark Wahlberg, Boston's own Mark Wahlberg, shows up and he's like, "I'm from Texas, down by the harbor in Texas." It's like, no,
I invented these.
That is cinema right there.
Where I was like,
Owner
we're
of the
done here.
Wahlburgers restaurants, Mark Wahlberg.
Wahlburgers.
I'm the inventor from Texas. It's like, no, we're done here.
Well, have you seen the trailer for the new Matt Damon movie where he plays a MAGA dad? I mean, he's Boston and he's from Texas. Stillwater. He's from Oklahoma in that movie. He's from Boston, for God's sake. I'm waiting for Affleck to do that next as well. That'd be hilarious as well. What about you, Lomas? What do you? I know you're a significant other. I love when she chimes in during our sessions. She's the best. What's been the experience for her now? Was she a fan before you got onto the faction or got into the Schmoedown, or was she a fan this season for the first time?
No, Sister Wanda Lomas is she is the Schmoedown ultimate fangirl beforehand.
Oh,
there is not a Schmoedown match she has not watched and a player she does not know, and there are literally stacks of binders that she throws at me every day and says, "Move your fat ass and learn." This is happening every single day. But you know,
sorry, is there anything in the binders, or is she just throwing?
Yes, it is cast list of movies that I don't want to watch. But for the sake of love, I endure.
That's right. Oh, Sex in the City too. Are you kidding me right now? There goes my camera. Hold on, I'm gonna switch out.
Can I say real quick that sister? I was told by Brother Lomas that Sister Wanda Lomas's favorite player in the Schmoedown was the Barbarian, so it bumped him up several spots in the dossier because of that.
So she's a new fan. Got it. All right, got it.
Sister Sarah's the best. Sister Sarah is the best.
There we go.
He really,
he's frozen.
We need to have a payroll of everyone behind the scenes who helps us.
There's a lot of people in the exchange people don't see.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. We owe them a lot. That's for sure. I mean,
we're not going to give them anything, but we owe them a lot.
I'm also not going to out a certain somebody who helped me out recently. Jessica Nieves says, if you could pick a new category, what would you like to see on the wheel? P.S. Taylor, love that you got me into the Schmoedown, even though this means the Rager exists now. I adore the exchange. All love. Yeah, Taylor. Let's start with you, Taylor.
Hey,
if you could pick a new category. Oh, good point. Right. I guess we'll go with Rager or Ragent. His Ragent.
Ragent. You know, everybody gets mixed up. It's common.
I just don't want to call you Ray J because that's a whole other.
Look, really similar, guys.
Yeah. First of all, the Rager has always existed inside here, whether you like it or not. He's just making you privy to the fact. A new category. That's actually a tougher question this season, right? Because they added so many. It's like shit. What's left?
It's true.
Oh man, what would I?
It's 100. What is it? 175 effing categories now. How many categories are there? It's out of control.
Close to that, yeah. I don't know if it's exactly.
Okay, it's a full-time job. Job.
Yeah. It's tough. I mean, does Wes Craven have one yet? Maybe Wes Craven would be a good one. I'd like Wes Craven. Okay. I always wanted there to be a David Lynch one, and now there's a David Lynch one. Like that. Ugh. I think that's exactly. That's why I think it's great, because I think it's so it's so like the antithesis of the movies that you think of. You know, like it's almost, how do you even write questions for like Eraserhead? Right?
I was going to say Eraserhead. How do you do that?
Yeah, I think that's exciting.
1977. That's the only person I know for that movie.
Harmony Korine. They should make a Harmony Korine.
Wow.
She has,
that might be the first time that's brought up.
He has 3 movies.
David Letterman appearances.
Yeah, I want to hear a Trash Humpers 5-pointer. That's what I want to hear.
It would make sense that the Rager's favorite movie is The Beach Bum. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's a good point. Or
scarily Spring Breakers. That's
yes,
I don't want to go down that road. What about you guys? Any slices you would want to see on the wheel that you haven't seen before?
Yeah, Divas and Dames. Sorry, Divas
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
Dames.
Ty has mentioned that on a different show.
Which I've mentioned again, which is your two slices. One highlights the films of Barbara Streisand, Cher, all the glorious divas that we have, and then the other slice, Dames, would be Maggie Smith, Judi Dench, Helen Mirren, Julie Andrews. That line of grand actress.
I feel like I want to set up an exhibition match against Ty for this title, Dames and Divas belt.
Dames and
Craig,
Divas.
I need you.
All
All right, let's do this, Ty.
Let's do it. I'm free all month.
I love me some
the D&D exhibition match. Got it.
D&D.
Not what you think.
Craig, you want to be our
down.
dungeon master for
Please. You gotta wear glitter.
We don't
You gotta
like
wear
the dungeon.
glitter.
Yeah, no, I'll be the Diva Master, clearly.
Or the dungeon's name.
Well done, well done, well done.
I'd love to see a George Clooney slice.
Yeah, that makes more sense to
I'm
me.
surprised there isn't one already.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I'd love to see like a character actor's wheel slice. Just like, you know.
Emmett Walsh.
Yeah, exactly. We get questions about Emmett Walsh, Steve Buscemi, the best character actor of all time.
William H. Macy.
Dick Macy, Sam Rockwell, like just get these guys out there. Although Sam Rockwell's kind of got some leading stuff, but you know,
Margot
like
Martindale. Margot Martindale.
Margot Martindale.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Lainey Kazan. Lainey Kazan's been a million.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the question I want to get asked about. My favorite year. That's the one movie they'll never. Those young whippersnappers will never throw a my favorite year question in there, and they should. That's Peter O'Toole, ladies and gentlemen. For God's sakes. Anybody else? Oh, yeah. Anybody else want to slice?
Yeah.
Anybody else got a slice?
I mean, I want an Intergeekdom slice that is young adult. Like I want to get the Hunger Games stuff, like the Maze Runner stuff, the Twilight stuff. Like I want that stuff that is actually in like the geek.
Also like Hunger Games and Maze Runner fits exactly into dystopian future. Like those are dystopian future films.
Yeah.
Taylor, I think Twilight Slice. You nailed it.
I mean,
right there.
I don't even like the Twilight movies personally, but I think it belongs there. Like I think if we're gonna have movies that are movies that I don't particularly feel relate to my generation necessarily in Intergeekdom that I have to study, I would also like to get some of the movies that are from my generation that I enjoy, that I feel fit into that frame.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
We do have to study the Power Rangers films already. Isn't that enough?
Have we not
already?
I thought they were supposed to
but
be
that's
six.
why I'm saying good stuff from my generation, like the stuff that is good, the stuff that a lot of us actually like, especially from a female perspective, like the Hunger Games, getting Twilight, getting like some of the Maze Runner stuff, like that is what I want. I want a Dylan O'Brien slice, okay? Someone give me a Dylan O'Brien slice.
That's the ultimate.
Maybe if you land on get a Bumblebee question, it'll be about Dylan O'Brien.
See, there we go.
One YA adaptation that was like the world is black and white, and Jeff Bridges is in it. I think
The Giver.
The Giver.
Oh,
Nice, good. I'm glad to have you guys.
Oh yeah, I had to read that book in school.
Same here.
yikes!
I will say,
Go ahead.
real quick. I don't want TV shows brought into Star Wars. I'm cool with it with
Right.
FCL stuff, but I think there's like the categories that I think you could still go into for wheel slices for Star Wars would be like you could do like Imperial officers or like Rebel pilots or like you could do all kinds of things.
Yeah.
So I think I just want to stay away from TV shows. That's Pandora's box. That's gonna be insane.
That's because they're about to launch 10 new shows.
Right.
It was like, let's add the Mandalorian. All right, there's 10 more of these shows.
Could they at least put Evan? Could they at least put the Ewok movies in there? Would you sell for that?
Yeah.
Here's another one.
Graham Lee.
There we go.
I haven't seen the Ewoks movies yet.
What?
I know,
Disney
right?
Plus?
What?
I know they just got. To
You're procrastinating. You could do that when you're procrastinating. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's true. I would see Wilford Brimley. It'd be perfect.
Yes.
No. I want a holiday special slice.
Yes.
I've seen that thing
Oh my
10
god!
fucking times.
Yes.
I want it.
brilliant.
But like to think of like studying a TV show with the same like fine-tooth comb that I studied the movies. Like, do you understand how many hours are in a TV show?
Yeah.
It's lunacy. It is
I hear
nuts. Thomas Harper's in the chat talking.
Thomas Harper just said the Gold Leader doesn't want the heat. I'll bring if we expand the division.
You know what? He's right. He's right.
Don't show weakness, Gold Leader. Don't show weakness.
Thomas Harper knows his
Ewok. In my statements.
I was considering messing around.
So apparently Harper's not studying either. Which...
watching me.
He's hanging out here. He's hanging out here. No, I was going to study Star Wars and play around this year and just get knocked out in the first round or something, maybe, or maybe shock somebody and win around it. But like the second Christian said, well, we might look at TV shows. Like, I'm out. No, I'll tell you, y'all take care.
No, it's hard.
Peace, man. I'm not rewatching Clone Wars again. Fuck that noise.
I know that I would, if they added them, I would go so hard with these shows. The thing is, I don't want to.
Yeah, we would never see Evan again.
Never see me. My beard would be like 10 times what it is now. I would age so much more rapidly. People in the Schmoedown already think I'm in my fucking 30s. They will think that I am 50 by the end of this.
There's nothing wrong with being 50.
Hey,
okay?
bitch, don't knock 50.
I'm not knocking 50.
50 can look good on some people, bitch.
I'm supposed to present as a 24-year-old man. So... You know,
Khan is 72 years old, for God's sake.
Secretly, yes.
All right, let's get some more of these. Oh yeah, go ahead. What were you saying, Khan?
My slice would be a Studio Ghibli.
Oh,
yes.
I think it would also force. I feel like a lot of people haven't watched a lot of Studio Ghibli, so I feel like it would force. I don't know what that noise is. It would at least make people watch. It would make people watch, more international cinema at least.
Yeah. So, that's the slice I want. Is
Studio Ghibli.
Cinema.
That's a good
foreign cinema. No, foreign cinema.
Could I give a hot take about Studio Ghibli real quick?
Go ahead.
Sure. Trash. No, I'm just kidding. People, I think universally, people seem to act like Spirited Away is the best Ghibli film.
There's so many good ones. Yeah.
I know Kiki's Delivery Service is like one of the best movies I've ever seen. Like, it is the best one by far for me. So,
yeah.
Anyone who prefers Spirited Away, go watch Kiki's again. Do it.
I fell asleep during Spirited Away. Go ahead. You what?
Brother Loomis would like to advocate for a Seinfeld exhibition match against Steve Miller in the Schmoedown.
Who's the
What are you
opponent?
talking about? Films that have
Don't
Jerry
care.
Seinfeld in them.
Okay.
Isn't
B movie is number one.
what's the princess one? That's not a Ghibli. Princess Mononoke. That's my favorite.
Also
my favorite. Bar none.
Yeah.
Bar none.
That's so good.
That movie had me because I also think it's like a I don't know, it's just something about that film that's just incredible. An homage to that time and the time in the past as well that they explore. It's fucking
And it wouldn't be
phenomenal.
like you're forcing people to watch bad movies. Most of those are good. Or really good.
Yeah.
For me, it's more of a division within classics. I'm so sick the classics covers fucking 40 years of fucking movies, man. It should be noir. It should be like those screwball comedies. All those things need to have their own separate genre within slices. I mean, an Oprah slice, I get why we did it, but to me, I've seen 3 movies, man. I know she produces some, but like, I get you're wanting to pay homage, of course. But that's and also Hispanic cinema. I think Hispanic is if you're gonna have a black cinema, goddammit, give me Latin cinema. And no, Robert Rodriguez and Jennifer Lopez and Antonio Banderas do not do the fucking trick.
Yeah,
okay?
Guillermo del Toro doesn't.
Guillermo del Toro. We got more people. There's way more Latin cinema going on than people fucking know, man. That's all I'm saying. We just had a festival in LA for 4 days, for God's sakes. Anyway, all right. Let's see. Let's run through these because we're running out of time. Okay. Canada Rock says, I totally told you who directed Happy Death Day. Don't blame me if you get it wrong. I know, Canada. I appreciate that. You get about 7,500 other questions wrong, pal, but I appreciate you coming at me for one. Let's see here. Jessica Nieves, she already said it. Mukbang, I appreciate strange films. My mother likes horror/violent films, but hated Hostel. You're not the only one. And that's Eli Roth.
That movie.
Movie. I saw a film called
Strange Films.
I saw a film called The Loved Ones and was disturbed. Have any of you seen it? Oh my God. Has anyone seen The Loved Ones? What is that?
Is that the Australian movie, the prom date one? Am I thinking of the right movie?
I don't know, but
You're alone on this.
I don't know what this is.
Oh yeah, and it's an Australian horror film.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I've seen it. This is a good one.
Yeah? It follows a teenager who finds himself at the center of a female classmate's demented party after he declines her offer to attend a school dance. Oh my god!
It does. If you don't like the torture-y gore, I'm not super into that. Like you mentioned, Hostel. Like I never want to like. I'm never in a headspace where I'm like, I want to sit down and watch that tonight. That's what I want to do. And
Right.
you know, I can tolerate it, and that one kind of borders on it a little bit, but it has more to offer. That's a good one. If you want kind of a deeper cut horror movie, that one's a good one.
It's the guy who did The Devil's Candy too. If you've
That
ever
movie
seen
rules.
That movie fucks. That's such a good movie.
Yes, metal as fuck.
All right, Tushka is in here. Tushka outages. He says, hanging out at the office tonight with the dog since the power is out at the house. Oh shit! I hope you're all right, brother, man. I should use this $20 to pay my electric bill, but you all are too fucking cool. Welcome to the Outlaw. That's true. He says, welcome to the Outlaw Nation, and please come back. Hashtag shills before bills. Hashtag outage.
That's good.
I like that one.
That's really good.
He said hashtag outage site, and he said hashtag Finn's TKO cock. TKO cock. I don't know.
Well, that got weird. It's cool over your head, Roka.
I'm having a hard time reading.
In the gutter.
I mean, if you pronounce it the way they spell
was trying
it,
to
yes.
Yeah, that's how I spell it. That's how you spelled it. What do you want from me? Mukbang says super chat is presented on screen. I'm still getting used to the labs, but like to see the message on screen. Thanks for bearing with me, Roka. He has very little patience for those offering money. That's true. I do. Thank you. Appreciate it, Mukbang. You're the best. I love you. Canada Rock says, here's your 5-pointer. Who directed My Favorite Year? I think that's Richard Benjamin. Hold on.
Wait.
My Favorite with Peter O'Toole. It's a good 5-pointer, I would imagine.
It'd be a shame if you didn't know it after bragging that you knew it.
No, I didn't brag that I knew it. I said I bragged about the movie.
Okay.
It is Richard Benjamin. Suck my nuts.
There you go.
I knew I was right.
Never had a doubt.
Suck my nuts, Royko. All right. Let's see.
This
D
is
Train.
basically our scrimmages, by the way.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh wait, this is live.
D Train said, I got a classics question for you all. Name all the 6 individuals that Michael Corleone ordered to get killed at the end of the first Godfather movie.
All right, we don't have the time.
What? Barzini? Tatalia? Oh, fuck. I don't know. I don't know who else is in there. Oh, what was it? Italia Shire's husband. What's his fucking name? The guy. I forget the guy's name. Oh, well. There you go.
Ray Romano.
Can't do it. Ray Romano, exactly. And Joe
already saw
Pesci as
Peggy
well.
and Harper in the chat. There's people watching.
I'm hearing the Rager might be on deck. Is there any chance the Rager might be on deck? There's rumors about the Rager showing up at some point. I didn't know if he was coming or not, but I've
You just got to say the magic word.
there's a trembling in the force. I heard there is.
Hit our goal.
The magic word is Daddy-O.
I mean, we've got 6 minutes left. I feel like who cares what the goal was? Let's get some Rager.
All right.
The Rager, Daddy-O.
You say Daddy-O 3 times in front of a mirror.
Daddy-O.
He did message me like
Daddy-O,
a few minutes ago.
Daddy-O.
He messaged me 2 minutes ago and let me know his coffee enema was finished. So if you give me like 3-4 minutes, if
All
you
right.
drop me out, I'll go
I like
downstairs and see if I can get him.
All right. See if he's available.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can find it for you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We're taking Rager. All right. We're $130 short, ladies and gentlemen, of that 300 we wanted to get get Rager on here. But if you guys can donate the next 3 to 4 minutes, get us that $130 to get to that $300 goal just to thank Rager for doing his thing. That would be nice. Come on, everybody. Bring it
Brother
in.
Lomas will send you the vial of holy water as well.
Oh, is Katar guy in here? Is the Katar guy in here? Are you in here? Let me know if you're in here.
Juice.
Juice, where you at?
Is he in here?
Juice, are you in there? Because I'll send you the link right now. I'll send you the link right now.
Juice the link. Well, we're in that. I guess Moose was talking earlier about getting COVID, spreading COVID while doing his audition. He actually told me that he had there's a moment where he was considering, after he'd made the video, backing out and not sending it. And he said he told that to his friends that helped him make the video, and they said, "We got COVID for this.
Don't let this be in vain."
Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
Where's
the guy? Where is the guy? I don't see him in here. Does anybody see him in the chat?
Where's Justin the Juice?
Justin, are you in here? I want to send you the link, Justin. I'll put it right here in the chat.
Who is the juice that Gucci's Twitter handle is referring to?
That's his. That's
No,
his show.
That's his show that he does.
Little Bobby and the Juice.
Little
I don't
Bobby
know
and
what
the
that
Juice.
is.
How's your buddy Whitney been doing?
Ooh. Ouch.
Oh no,
We dumped him, so it's all good now.
Yeah,
he's on our side. He's on our side.
they're done.
Oh, there's Justin. There's
All
the
right.
juice.
There's the link.
Bobby and
Justin.
Juice.
Hey,
Uh-oh. Rocha put the StreamYard link in. Everyone's going to be joining now.
No, only Justin gets to come in. No, we're not taking any live people. I got things to do tonight.
Oh, well.
All right. Uh-oh. Yeah, Sean, take yourself out, please. Thank bud. All right, let's see if he comes in. Is he coming in? I'll take a look.
Play Rangers
This is how social media stupid I am. I didn't even realize there was live comments happening right now.
Juice! There he is.
There we go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Juice.
What is going on? Well, yeah, what did I do to my buddy? I got rid of him. Ditched him to the curb.
You dumped him.
This was the faction you should have been associated with all along.
Oh, yeah. That's what I thought so, too.
Right.
But now, at least he's seen the light.
Are you going to
Oh,
play
yeah.
in the Rager? I hear rumors that you're going to play in the Rager, Juice. Is that true?
Play in the Rager. Oh, play in the Rager. Yeah, let's do
with
it.
the,
With
with
the
the theme
exchange
song.
theme?
All right,
If
let me see when
if he's ready, I'm ready.
when he shows
Juice,
up. Oh,
juice.
oh!
Oh.
Are we
We're ready?
ready?
I think we're
Are we
ready.
ready? Hey-oh!
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait a minute. I thought the parole meeting wasn't until tomorrow. What is this? What is it? Oh, it's the exchange. What's going on, you nasty little freaks? How we doing tonight, Daddy?
Ow!
It's
Welcome,
nice to
Ranger.
see you,
Welcome.
Rager.
Ooh, we got the juice, and I'm ready to take a sip, baby. I'm thirsty.
Why do you look like Johnny Depp from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with those goggles?
Johnny Depp wishes. They tried to get me for the prequel they're doing, and Timothy Chalamet, what is his name? They got him instead. The Ranger was too busy getting points for the Finstock Exchange. You know what I'm saying, Daddy-O?
That's right, Rager. Cheers. Triple R.
Cheers, barbarian.
Cheers, brother.
We ready to groove? We ready to rage? Really?
Yeah, we do this.
What's going on, baby?
The Juice is in here to play you in, Ranger. Will you let him
Let's
do
do
the
it.
theme? Let's do it.
Let's do it.
oh, always miss that one note.
You got it.
Yeah.
Beautiful rendition. Beautiful rendition.
it was like all of us collectively just now were like the birthday boy, and we.
Now, Juice, do you play by ear?
Yes, I do. I do.
Could you play by someone else's ear?
That was great. That was good.
Rachel was going. We've been talking about the Schmoedown for the last 2 hours. You know, I know you've been doing your therapy and your skincare, and much love to you, my man. But talk to me about what this experience has been like for you quickly over the last few months, being a part of this faction, but also getting in there into the halls of the Schmoedown, baby, and doing your thing. What's it been like?
Look, the facts are I always knew Rick Radis was destined for greatness. I just never knew where I could channel it, where I could take my energy that people would truly appreciate it. You know, there ain't a lot of structure in the Rager's life. I'm a little bit of a nomad. I just go from town to town to keep it in Western language for the Outlaw Nation. You know, I just kind of go where I'm needed, you know, and then on to the next one. But, you know, my Ragent, he gets me back in this chair in time for my match. And I just keep racking up the wins. It's amazing. I never knew I could give people something to aspire to. It feels good to provide a role model for all the geeks and Poindexters out there watching at home. So they're welcome. And it has been my privilege to provide and their privilege to witness. So I'm having the greatest time of my life and getting to know all of you. Look at us. You know, people want to know What's the deal with the exchange this season? What brings them together? What do they have in common? Look at us. We're a bunch of freaking weirdos. We're the most eccentric group in the Schmoedown. Whether you like us or hate us, there's no doubt we're the most entertaining group in the game right now, and we steal the show every goddamn time, and that's facts.
Woo!
Facts. Squeeze it easy.
That's right, Daddy-O.
From the Outlaw, I tip my hat to you. That was a fantastic promo, son. Fantastic promo, Ranger.
Look for the best, baby.
Damn. Woo! All right, let's wrap it up, Ranger. Unless you got one more thing to say, you got it. I think we can wrap right there. That was a fantastic promo, my man. Much
I feel
love
like we
to
need a
you.
dance party.
Oh yeah. Well, if Juice can play us out, we'll do a dance party.
You know Ranger's theme?
I have a demo of Last Christmas on here.
Do it. Do it.
Merry Christmas, bitches. Let's go.
You get flagged, right?
The very next day, get
Special.
And the very next day, I get it away. Give it to someone special.
This thing keeps going for an hour.
Is this on repeat?
I'm gonna need some more whiskey.
Yes. Well done.
Merry Christmas, you son of bitches.
Appreciate it. We'll go around the horn and let everybody plug what they need to plug. Juice, you go first, and I'll let you roll on, man. What do you got to plug?
Yeah, normally I don't, not too big into plugging, but you can always check out my YouTube channel. But actually, my podcast that I do actually normally starts right now. We're just doing a little late start because I dipped out to do this.
Thank you.
So yeah, what the show we normally just, it's not necessarily Schmoedown, but we just have random discussions and whatnot. We'll interview. Many of you have all been on here. Not Rager, but Taylor was on last week, and we're just talking about random stuff. So that show is just going to start probably as soon as I jump off the stream here.
Right on. All right. Thank you, Juice. Appreciate you coming on. Much love to you, my man, and have a good show. What the show there from the Juice first. That's fantastic stuff. Let's start with Taylor. Taylor, where can people find you? Everything you got going on, young lady?
Oh man, you can find me pretty much anywhere on the internet at Finally Tailored. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, everything, Letterboxd, wherever you want to find me, that's how you can find me. I've been doing more reviews and reactions and trying to get the channel back up lately on YouTube, so check out what we've got going on there.
Boom. Evan Bushkar, Gold Leader. What do you got to promote, my man?
You'll see this weird ass name down here. I am the only one of these names in existence. So look up my name and I'm sure I'll come up. I do cartoons, I do short films, I do podcasts. I have a podcast called Nobody's Watching Anyway. New episode tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 Western Time.
Specific.
Come hang out. Yeah, that's me.
Do you have guests on your show?
It's usually just my brother and I. We've had like one guest on.
All right.
We're gonna get Taylor, the Regent, on at one point.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
it's gonna happen. I swear to God.
Everybody book that guy. Nobody books me.
I don't know what that's about either.
You guys not exciting?
Brother Lomas.
You have to talk to him about that. I don't know.
Brother Lomas, you saved us here tonight. Thank you very much. You saw someone in the chat say this is the one church they would go to, and they're Jewish. So, Brother Lomas, tell me, what is your feeling? What do you got to plug? What do you got going on, my man?
The only thing I would like to plug is in the summertime, if you visit the website for whatever your local shelter board is, it helps them to get donations in the summer to prepare for the winter. If you don't know where to find one, the one in my town is csb.org. They always appreciate donations because it gets really cold in the Midwest in the winter.
That's why I left.
Damn, that was so heartfelt and nice.
Yeah, it was. Why didn't you plug your podcast? Nobody's whatever. Anyway, all right, Moose. Moose, what do you got? What do you got, Moose?
People, donate and subscribe to this show right here.
Oh, thank you, man.
Look, I got no agenda here aside from kicking ass in trivia and hanging out with these beautiful people here. So please subscribe to Rocha and all of these people here. Brother Lomas, you're the fucking best, Padre. Love you, buddy.
There's the other way.
Thank you, Moose. King Khan, what do you got, son?
I'm on Twitter at JJKAN1128. Apologies for the weird handle, but that's what it is. And yeah, if you can't find me winning, you can find me cheering on all the other winners in the exchange.
Con, how many followers do you have, Con?
Like less than 200.
Okay, so I think you can fucking change the handle so that you're not gonna lose 200 fucking followers, Con. You can change the channel to @KingCon. Do it.
All
Do
right.
it. Barbarian.
Before the drafts, he only had 2 followers, though.
Yeah.
I was like Moose. I didn't really have a social
One was
media
me.
Change it now. Change it now before it gets too big. Barbarian, what do you got?
You know, so I am found on Twitter at Barbarian Craig. I will be on the Inner Geekdom show one of these Wednesdays for Loki. I haven't decided which one I'm going to be on yet, but very soon one of these. Yeah, so watch the Loki premieres tonight. I'm super excited for it. Wearing my Loki. Taking care. But yeah, we're gonna see. Yeah, so I'm gonna be talking about Loki with Winston one of these weeks.
Nice.
And yeah, and I'm really excited for what this faction has in store for the rest of the season.
Hell yeah. I watched the first 2 episodes. My review is up, ladies and gentlemen. It is a damn good show. We did have a couple things come through real quick. Josh Estes, before we get to Ty and Rager, Josh Estes says, does everyone have an Exchange TKO shirt? If not, you better get one. #exchange for life.
I have a feeling more on the way.
So I got to get me a P.O. box. Dragon17 says, Go Leader is a G. I always knew the kid was special since his first promo, and that Taylor 5-pointer was illegal. Even former IG champions complained about it, so that's legitimate. So there you go. There you go, Taylor.
We have the foremost Bloodshot expert / biggest Vin Diesel fan in the world. We won't say who it is, but that person said that question is 100% illegal. But you know, again, we don't want to clean it. Like, anyway, but
it is.
This.
But
anyway.
I just, you know what? Whether it's illegal or not, I appreciate the support from everybody. So thank you very much for that.
That's right. That's right. Shane XYZ says, to Barbarian and the Tyrant, how bad is Irwin going to be Bateman this month?
I mean, look, any given Sunday, but I will say, of all the people I've ever met, Ethan Irwin has the most raw movie trivia knowledge of anyone I've ever met.
Yeah. And if
I think Ben can beat Ethan any given Sunday, but this match is a Friday, and I like Ethan's chances.
Sunday.
Listen, he escaped me by one lucky question. That's all you can say. So I think Ethan has a little more, or at least comparable knowledge as I do. And if he's ready for the kid, he will absolutely take this one. But I heard from a couple other people high up who think that Ethan doesn't have a chance. So I found that to be shocking to me on so many levels. So let that motivate you, Ethan, that a couple of people higher up think you don't have a chance against Ben Bateman, and that's ridiculous to me overall. Tyrant, what do you got to plug, my man? What do you got?
You know, part of the reason I wanted to join the Schmoedown is people kept asking me, like, hey, what are you doing this year? And I didn't have anything to say. Now I do. Now I say I'm in the Schmoedown and talk about the Schmoedown. I didn't know. Now they joined the Schmoedown that I have to now promote a second thing. I only have one thing. This was the thing.
This is all I have.
To lead the conveison.
What was that game show you were in that reruns?
Oh yeah, I'm on the Games Show Network every 5 months. They re-air something that I've been on over the years. So I'm always get a call from like a friend of an aunt letting me know that I was on TV today. But I will be on Thursday. We'll be on a podcast with Taylor talking about A Nightmare on Elm Street, and perhaps he wants to talk about his podcast for Thursday.
Oh, there you go.
Get him.
Go get him. Go get him. Unless you got something to plug, Rager. What do you got? No, what do you got, Rager?
Fuck him. Look, the Ranger tries to stay off social media. You know, I think it's kind of toxic. I'm trying to get spiritually even. You can ask Brother Lomas about that. Trying to do better, be better.
In the work. We are putting in the work.
Amen, brother. But, you know, at the same time, my agent, my Ragent, he would get very upset if I didn't tell you that he is the co-host of a horror movie themed podcast called Really Scared, streaming live every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time over on YouTube and Twitch at Watt Real Entertainment. That's WATREEL entertainment. Really scared. They got a guest on every single week to talk about a horror film of their choice. And yes, I did hear through the grapevine they do have a certain tyrant Ty Lieberman on this Thursday night to talk about Wes Craven's original A Nightmare on Elm Street. That one's going to be pretty exciting, baby. And I also heard a little rumor, a little birdie landed on my shoulder the other night and let me know they might be having a certain outlaw John Rocha on the following week to talk about David Cronenberg's The Fly. How do you like that buzz, baby? I think that sounds pretty good.
Save Brendel Fly, for fuck's sake. Save Brendel Fly. God, don't kill Brendel Fly.
Again, that's on What Real Entertainment. They got a great channel over there, okay? They got a wrestling show. They got a Schmoedown after show. They got an indie filmmaking show. They got a Star Wars show. They got all sorts of stuff. They're about to do the second season of their Fan League over there, so check them out on YouTube and Twitch. Good stuff. And if you need the Rager, just holler at the moon, baby. I'll be there in a pinch, daddy-o.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you to these fine folks for being a part of the Outlaw Nation show tonight. Thanks to all of you for being a part of the Outlaw Nation show tonight. I'm going to let them all go here and do some business tidying up. But thank you all for coming and hanging out with us tonight. I love you madly. Feel free to go on with the rest of your evenings and have fun in that Harry Potter quiz. And let's go, Finstock Exchange, for the rest of the season. Much love to all of you. You've made everything amazing this year. I can't tell you enough how much my heart grows being a part of this exchange and being equals with you all as we go forward as a faction. So much love to all of you. Much love.
Bye.
See y'all.
See you all later.
Good night, Exchange.
All right, there they go. The best faction in the business, ladies and gentlemen. The best faction in the business. Sean, what'd you think of this? What'd you think of this show tonight? Good stuff from these people, huh?
It was very entertaining. Very entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Any business we need to clean up, or are we good to go, you and I?
I mean, you told me you make some announcements about the things about the Patreon. So
let's do it. Let's do it real quick. All right, I'll drop you out. Ladies and gentlemen, the Patreon is, if you haven't joined the Patreon, it's right there, patreon.com/John Rocha. It is coming back full force to do. I'm doing some Patreon shows. I'll be bringing back 3 of the Patreon shows. Just want to let you all know we're bringing them back. We're doing Ask the Outlaw. We're doing the Outlaw Rides again. Ask the Outlaw is where you all send in questions or send in comments that you want to ask the Outlaw. Going to do that once every month starting in July. Then we're also going to do the Outlaw Rides again, where I rewatch one of my matches with my co-host, and the lovely Soul who is one of the co-hosts over there at the Ultimate Schmoedown After Show. She will be joining me for this situation, and every month we will pick a match or have the patrons pick a match, and we will do it. And only the patrons will be able to see these shows, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Only the patrons will be able to see these shows and participate in these shows. And the third one is Criterion Corner, and that's where I will revisit one film in the Criterion Collection, talk about the special features, talk about the transfer, talk about the movie itself, do a bit of a mini review every month, once a month here on the channel. All right, there you go. That's all the Patreon shows that we're doing. We might do little patron tidbits. As I said, Maria is in charge of the Patreon now for now, and we're going to have conversations about what to do with the Patreon as we go forward. So much love to all of you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Please follow me at The Rocha Says on Twitter and on Instagram, and subscribe to the channel down below. Hit that bell button as well, and be a part of what we're doing here on the Outlaw Nation channel. Don't forget, as I mentioned the third time, my Loki review, non-spoiler review is up right now, about 11 and a half minutes talking about the first 2 episodes of Loki. We're also going to do it on the Geek Buddy sometime tomorrow, drop it on Thursday morning, the spoiler review episode of Loki. So that's everything that's happening. And also John and Wendy Save the World on Fridays. Oh, and we also have, I can't believe I forgot, it's the biannual or bi-weekly episode of the Jedi Way with me and Laura Kelly. We'll be talking about all kinds of things Star Wars there tomorrow as well. All right, much love to all of you. Take care of yourselves. Be well. Thanks to Sean Barreto for producing the show tonight. And I love you madly, and we'll talk to you next time on another brand new episode of the Outlaw Nation Show. And remember what I tell you, what I say at the end of every show. Please, whatever you need to do to get through the next second, next minute, next hour, next day, next week, next month, next year, I want you to do it, because we love you madly. I love you madly. And I've been through the dark times and climbed out of them. And I can't tell you how you never know what's waiting for you on the other side if you just find a way to put one step in front of the other as you climb out of whatever place you're in. If you're in a tough place, you never know what the world's got waiting for you. We love you. We support you. do your thing. All right. Peace. Talk to you soon.